Alright, hello Tube Dwellers. Welcome to the live stream. Hello from Samurai Quack. Let's get the show on the road. You can see from here that I've been taking a look at Zad Felish over the past week. Decent, very decent card. Definitely needs the right kind of deck around him, but yeah, solid. So this is like an old Pegasus deck I've been mucking around with. And we'll see about making some variations to it later perhaps. But for now, we shall start with our standard pulling of 10 booster packs. This will be the last week that we do this because I only have 325 gems left. Missed your cold? Well, get a blanket. Nathaniel, hey, welcome to the live stream. Okay, let's see. Latest booster, purchase multiple items, purchase 10, 300 leak. Hello, welcome. And purchase. And now we wait. Fair warning for this live stream, Smiles and Giggles, hey, it's Alexis, hey. As I was saying, fair warning before the live stream begins. There's been like this massive rainstorm going on for the last 48 hours and it's really knocked my internet for a loop. So if we happen to go down, don't panic, I'll be back up again in 30 seconds. But I think it's like whipping the internet mast up on the nearby hill around like crazy. Zahib, what's up? Many things, skies, clouds, birds. Superman, if you happen to reside in Earth Zero. Oh, nerd. Kadir's Poacher, I'm on a floater. Incubus. That's an old one. Yeah, if that was it. Yeah, I was like, I remembered like a thing being around Incubus. Yeah, if the target is female. It led to all of these experimentations so we could figure out what was female. It's like, is a llama female? Is a black cat female? What exactly counts? Sacrosanctity, fair enough. And Banishment. Oh, a big shiny one. That looks interesting. Suspicious Peddler, nice. Crusader, nice. Renody, meh. Materio, always nice. Got about 4 or 5 of these guys at this point, but hey. And a Laughing Marionette. Good stuff. Okay. More pulls. Marionette, Vengeful Knife. Okay. Wealthy Citizen, meh. That's alright. Gifted Engineer, Azai, which I've been trying to make work, but he's just a little bit too expensive for what he does, unfortunately. Still, I'll keep working on him. And Magician of Nahal, okay. Paralyzing Bullet, love it. Nature's Needle, love it. Vengeful Knife is not bad. Foundryman Maxim is useless. And Renaudy is useless. Another shiny one. Oh, Mana Floater, Giant Rock Golem, Noblesse Oblige. Ultimate Wave of Life, fair enough. Whatever. And Devil de Carabia. Which I think we had like one of, but I've been forgetting to muck around with to test it out. Hour of Revenge is nice. Rai Senpai, hey. It's like, what is that? Fat Albert. Hey. Mist, do you think you could beat Super Hot Fire in a rap battle? Warning, Soldier Boy had to bribe him to lose. I could beat anybody in a rap battle. Just bring it on. White boy. Zahib, can you give away some cards? Yeah, sure, like some extras if it's allowed. Yes, I was actually gonna have like a proper giveaway last week, I think, and I completely forgot, or we just couldn't do it. I don't know, but yes, I'll take a look at what cards I have extras of that is possible for me to give away, and we'll see about doing a raffle or something. Nix, hi. Welcome. Into a Betrayal, Sad, Frog, Charging Bull, and King's 2 expansion. So we had like a frog, a bull, a snake. It's a big zoological booster, that one. Failed Test Subject, Hand of Salvation, Kind of Gimmicky, Angry Frog, wish it was better. Fiery Zealot, always nice. Obsession, bleh. Water Drop Snake, meh. That's always nice. Yeah, surprisingly okay, actually, Emil Navashu. Definitely not like top tier meta, but surprisingly alright. And Veda, the one that keeps getting booted up the backside in the banishment card. Merchant Scale, little left. The opponent's total resource is 10 or higher, plus 3 gold, but you're spending 3 light, so it's pointless. Greed, Kadir's Templar, Casanova, not as bad as I thought he was, but still just one less resource cost, and I think he would be a phenomenally good card. But 6, 7, 8, yeah. Rise of the People. Actually, not too bad, that one. Wow, if we built more than 10, this feels like more than 10. Turn the Tables. Oh, I so badly want to make that work. It's possible, but your opponent has to have 2 of their creatures lined up with the most annoying creature on the right-hand side. Capture is always fantastic, and a fool's choice, which is a fool's choice. I mean, you're spending 1 gold to get 1 random resource, so you may just get the gold back, and you're skipping your battle phase. Why not just press charge? Stupid card. Alright, and Scamcat, what do you want? You don't want to give me anything good, so nope. Go away from here, please. And do not darken my doorstep again. Alright, so we got like some decent cards there. Materio's nice. Yeah, the others are okay. How many Decarabias do we have? 3. So actually, yeah, we had a whole bunch of them. What's her Decarabia's gem do again? Sends 1 of the opponent's card to the grave every turn. Yeah, that's okay. And what's her thing? Yeah, she can still be removed for like 1/3 of her spending cost. 5, 6, 7. At least it climbs okay. So, yeah, some okay cards, but nothing great. I picked up a couple of Fabicias, though, so that's always nice. And a whole bunch of gold. Doesn't really help, but hey. A little bit more to added to what you've got makes just... what is that? A little bit added to what you've got makes just a little bit more. Something like that. Like a 1800s quote or something. Okay, so some decent stuff. We didn't get any extra gem gifts, but earlier today I did get a 10 gem gift from pulling a single booster pack. So we have 4 10 gem gifts to give away to anybody who gets involved in the sub battles. Win or lose, you will get 10 gems. Lee, 1,988 gems waiting. What are you waiting for? Some good... Oh, I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for that next... that nice EXT card to roll around again, aren't you? Yes. Yes. Well, I hope you can pull, because with 1988 gems, not guaranteed, unfortunately. I really wish Mabinogi Duel had what a lot of other card games these days have, which is a crafting mechanic. I really, really do. Ah, well, so it goes. Have to go for Gwent, I suppose, if you want a really generous card game. Okay, so yes, we have sub-battles. If anybody wants to get involved in the sub-battle, which is challenging somebody, well, not challenging, but just put your in-game name in the chat, and then somebody else will do the same, and then you two fight, I spectate and commentate, and then both of you will get 10 gems, regardless of whether or not you win or lose. Or, you can, as a sweary finger, you can challenge me to a fight, in which case you send me a battle request. I'll just use like a budget deck or something. Or if you have a deck that you want reviewed or some help with, something like that, post the deck code in the chat and I'll bring it up on screen and we'll take a look at it and make suggestions on its improvement, if that's what you're looking for, or we'll just all go, ooh, ah, if that is also what you're looking for. But yes, those are your 3 choices. For anybody who's interested, this is a mild variation, very, very mild variation, on an old Pegasus Zadfalish deck, Hyper Aggro. Very, very good at anti-gimmick, provided your opponent is not running Fene and she gets her lucky 20% off. But if your opponent starts opening with, you know, the standard, ooh, card appraiser, card appraiser, card appraiser, this deck shuts that kind of nonsense down immediately. Missed. 605 sacks. Well, already I like it. Let's scroll to the test deck so that we can start loading these up. And find deck with code. Praveen, challenge me because you want 10 gems. You don't get 10 gems for challenging me. You only get 10 gems for the sub-battle. That's because it's always an even number and I want to divide them up evenly. But if you want the 10 gems, you challenge somebody else in the chat. It's an invalid deck code, so... Unless I typed that in wrong, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. That doesn't seem like a code. It seems like it's missing a digit. Yeah, it's an invalid deck code. It feels like it's missing a digit. Yeah, it's missing. So it's missing 1 letter or number. So yes, Praveen, you can fight me if you want, but you won't get gems, or you can fight somebody else in chat and you will get 10 gems. Ow! Oh, I did something to my back when I was sleeping. I don't know what, but it really hurts. Oh, Samurai Quack, cheer me up. Oh, thank you, buddy. Anyway, we'll go back to the blah blah. Praveen, who wants to duel with Praveen? Smiles and Giggles will fight you apparently, and Mr. Euro says fake. What, your code was fake? You been dope. Okay. I don't think you understand words and how they work. Alright, so Smiles and Giggles can fight Praveen, or Praveen can fight Mist. It's up to you guys. Either way, make sure you both have each other added as friends, and make sure that you are on my friends list, at least one of you, just so that I know who to spectate. Twilight is available. And I'm going to switch back to the old, well, not the old, but we're going to switch back to the Zadfalish. Zadfalish. I really want to know where the origin of these names come from. Zadfalish. Hungarian? Who knows? Anyway, yeah, for anybody who's interested, this is the hyper aggro deck I'm running at the moment. Surprisingly good against gimmick decks. Mist's up for a battle, but he needs a minute to finish installing the app. Fair dues. Keep uninstalling it for various other things. Like the new Tamagotchi game. It is apparently a little bit commercialized, but hey, I have it on my on the thing, Nox, the emulator, but I haven't given it a try yet myself. Alright. While we're waiting for people to figure out whether or not they want to sub-battle and whether or not they want to fight me, let's see, who is the blue hair dude in my deck? Are we talking about Nata? Probably Nata, yeah. We're talking about a Battle Force Nata. +1 attack every turn, and anytime he's attacked. If he kills a target with a melee attack, basically if he kills a target, he'll deal the same amount of damage to any enemy creature on either side of the creature he just killed. He's very, very powerful. This is very, very good for aggro decks. I'm currently kind of adapting this concept into a non-aggro deck, because aggro is not really my style. But yeah, he's really, really solid for aggro. Very good HP values and things for his ability. At least something nothing, yes. Missed. There's a new Tamagotchi game. Yes. Let's see. Here it is. This one in the middle here. My Tamagotchi something or other. This one. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I hear that it's quite commercialized, but I haven't tried it yet. It's Alexis. I don't have him. Anything similar to him. Piolet would probably work just as well. Let me just double check. Piolet immediately springs to mind. Not quite as aggro. But yeah, Piolet's fine. Lychee would be fine. So let's go with this. Let's see. Ow, my back. Ouch. Alright, so yeah, Piolet's good because it's not really an aggro card, but it can help to clear off some of your enemies' nonsense. So that's good, and you can buy him for 50,000 from the cat shop, which is nice. If you have Lychee, then she's also good for aggro, because she can push your other aggro creatures out of the way if they're blocked by creatures, and that's pretty decent. Failing both of those, Eagle is okay. It's more utility than aggro, but it wouldn't be terrible. Praveen, I'm not showing online. I am online, but I must have removed you from friends list, unfortunately, because you must have been offline for a long, long time. But it's Alexis has posted a thing, and Nyx. Okay, hold on. Alexis first, because she was first. This is the deck you're having fun with. All right, let me see. Ouch. 601D248. There we go. Okay, save that one. I see you've got the astronomical clock in there. That's always interesting. All right, let's see. Succubus Queen Lilith deck. So you got Spring of Memories, Book of Knowledge, Ominous Mark, Blue Moonlight Well, Astronomical Clock, Heart Appraiser, Mana Cheshire, Draw Magic Circle, Rise of the People, Azai, Meteor Drop, and Lilith. Okay, no, I can see that. Yeah, weird deck. Really, really weird deck. One removal spell in the whole thing. Yeah, not and unbalanced in favor of mana, of course. So not something I'd advise other people copy in an attempt to get up into top 10, certainly, but I can definitely see how it'd be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Praveen, you log in daily. Then, I don't know, maybe there was some sort of glitch or something. Just post your in-game name in the chat and I'll just re-add you. Sometimes Mabinogi does this. It like removes names or it hides names or just glitches out. It's stupid. Anyway, yes, very interesting deck, Alexis. Nice one. Nix, play this deck. Okay, 601 D247. Alright, save this one. It looks a bit gimmicky. I'm seeing a Ritual of Darkness in there. Let's see. Succubus Queen Lilith. Everyone in there, Succubus Queen Lilith. Oh dear. Oh me. Oh my. Okay, this is weird. Very unbalanced in favor of Darkness. You got the Blackstone's Crest for counter Ritual of Darkness, Hermit Share, free summons, or Perias, unsummons, Machine Cores. That's a weird deck. Yeah, that's a weird deck, I'll be honest. Kind of looks like it would be stomped by tempo and aggro, but maybe I'm missing something. Alexis, you'll duel anyone. Good, good. And Praveen's... yeah, Jen. Okay, hold on. I'll add Praveen now. Just go all the way down. Did we miss? No, we didn't. There we go. All right, having to remove Aresias, so I apologize, Aresias. Delete from friends list. And add Praveen. There we go. All the back. Oh. Okay, should be added now. Mist wants to know if he can use a gimmick deck against you, Praveen. So, Praveen, you're added, but you don't seem to be online on my thing. So, I don't know. So, yes, Nick, you'll have to explain that deck to everyone, because it just feels like it would get stomped by anything that specializes in early to mid-game. But, as I say, I may be missing something. Praveen says apparently it's okay. If Mist's going to be running a gimmick, though, you might want to run anti-gimmick, Praveen. Or a gimmick of your own. Or just all slaps. Praveen, no, you're fighting Mist. Not me, remember? See, Mist is ready. You fight him, don't fight me. Yeah, okay, good. I'm up to date with the chat. I still have to make a Lilith deck of my own. Alright, let's flick out of that, since Mist is ready. There we go, okay, so yeah, Praveen's online, Mist is online. Good, 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 good. So, when you guys are ready, challenge each other to a fight. Let me know when it's begun, and we shall spectate. And then you guys get 10 gems apiece. And if anybody wants to do a sub-battle after this... oh, good, they're transferring. If anyone wants to do a sub-battle after this, we've still got 2 more 10-gem gifts to give away to anybody who gets involved in a sub-battle. So please do. I got 10 gems and a bun and a hole in my pocket. Alright, spectate. There we go. Okay, so Praveen up at the top. No mutants, Fene Hero 3 colors. Mist down at the bottom. Fene Hero 1 color. And we know it's a gimmick because he said that he was going to do it. And he's got 3 mutants in there. So Praveen opens with a newbie duelist. A good idea against a gimmick deck. You want to just sort of rush that stuff down before they can get their cycle moving. Do as much damage as possible so that hopefully you can cut yourself a path. If they do manage to get their gimmick off. Praveen choosing to play the second turn a little bit more defensively. Charging up instead of playing another card. Mist continues to discard into the grave, so we assume Gates of Hell. Praveen levels up first, and the newbie duelist continues to pound away at Mist Zero's health. So Mist is up at 13 darkness, which means next turn he's going to have 14, which is enough for the Gates of Hell. He only has 3 cards in his grave at the moment, though, so he may want to take another turn to discard and charge out. Beastkin Jane comes out. It's going to be very interesting if it is a Gates of Hell and something gets put in front of Jane. She's going to obviously murder it. Out comes the Golden Bomb Squad, a very dirty version, but that's okay. And the newbie duelist continues to do what it does best. Beastkin Jane transforms into a Beast Jane, another discard from Mist. And here comes the Gates of Hell. There we go. So, 1 card over on the far, on the right-hand side. So, missing Jane. Manticore does its thing. Out comes, oh good lord, the assimilated Euripides, which gets, yeah, kind of the white now gets pushed around and and then there's another persona now, darkness +1. So all of Praveen's creatures did end up getting blocked. The one slot that's free on Miss Zero's side doesn't have any creatures in front of it. So what's Praveen going to do now? Doesn't really have enough for a flame emission, although he could discard into one. But yes, he's got a problem with those two nows, basically, and no nice, easy transformation spells like Amantur's Blue Spell Circle. So let's see what he decides to go for. Discards a nature card into the grave. Okay, probably a hidden spider. Feels like a hidden spider. And capturing the assimilated Euripides. Interesting choice. Normally you'd see it the now being captured, just so that your own creatures can continue to res. But okay, interesting. A Ritual of Darkness comes out that takes care of the Manticore, which revives it right back into the grave, and from the grave rather, and obviously Manticore continues to do its thing, and Ritual of Darkness powers up the other creatures. Drag to Hell comes out that takes care of the now, which Persona now then brings back out into the field and kills assimilated Euripides. That leaves Mist with 26 damage on his side of the field, and Praveen with 7 on his. So if Beast Jane kills, Praveen wins. If Mist Zero's Fene ability kicks in, which is a 20% chance, then he wins. Unless Praveen can pull something out quite special right now. But with those nows and things on the field, who knows. So let's see what he decides to go for. Tricky. Now this now revives at the cost of HP 4 HP, so it would still revive. You couldn't even just remove that white now and rely on these. Alright, Praveen is thinking about it. Decides to level up to 3. That does actually put him just outside of kill range. So let's see. Paralyzing Bullet comes out. Paralyzes the Manticore. Is Beast Jane going to land the finishing blow? She is. Down goes Mist Zero. Death to gimmicks. Well done to Praveen. And an interesting deck there from Miss Zero, relying on cycling the Manticore. So congratulations to both players there. For anyone who came in halfway through, yes, one of them was a gimmick, but both players had agreed on it beforehand, so don't worry about it. So Mist, there's your 10 gems, and Praveen, there's your 10 gems. Well done, well done. Okay, so we still have 2 10-gem gifts to give away. If anybody wants 10 gems, put your name down for a sub-battle. And you will get it whether you win or lose. Praveen, you won. You did. Congratulations. Yay. Samurai Quack bows to you. Although it's not necessarily an honor. Smiles and Giggles, you want to duel someone. IGM Pluto is blue. It's Alexis wants to duel. Okay, so we will say Pluto is blue, fights Alexis. Okay, that's... I have decided. Oh, I have spoken. My back is hurting. Samurai Quack, take over. Oh, man, you're good at this commentary, buddy. Okay. All right, Nyx is also up for a duel, but Alexis and Smiles and Giggles had said first, so they're in line. Please add each other as buddies, and then let me know when you're fighting. I know I have you both already on my friends list, so we don't need to worry about that. Please go away from here, Scamcat. You're not welcome around here. Nyx, I can use gimmick. You can only use a gimmick if your battle partner agrees to it. Otherwise, we don't allow gimmicks. Okay, so let me just double check. Everybody's actually online. Alexis is online. Pluto's blue is online. Good. Okay, so when you two... It's Alexis and Pluto is blue. You can see the names on the screen there. When you two have added each other as friends, jump into a fight, and we will begin the spectating. Spectating. Twilight is in a fight. Look at everybody. Rank 20, rank 20, rank 20, rank 20, rank 20. And Nyx is rank 3. Like nobody else can apparently be bothered to go into the arenas. I don't blame you. The monthly arena is just a pain in the backside. Alright, here we go. Looks like Alexis is kind of activated before Pluto's, so we'll go with that. Oh boy, I should stop doing that. Pluto's blue up at the top with 1 mutant, neutral hero, and 3 colors. It's Alexis down at the bottom with Castiff of all people. Fantastic. 1 mutant as well, and 3 colors. Both players using mana, light, and darkness. Pluto opens with an aggressive Crusader, an excellent card. One that demands an answer, otherwise it can just keep spiraling its attack, HP, and defense upwards. An ominous mark comes out in front of the Crusader. That's interesting. That is in fact going to help out both Pluto is blue and its Alexis, so it's a bit unfortunate. Pluto is blue is actually going to gain more resources off that play than Alexis is. Black Spirit comes out, Pluto playing it very, very aggressively, perhaps running an aggro deck with both Crusader and Black Spirit in it. That would not be unheard of. A Book of Knowledge comes out from Alexis' side. Given that she went second, the Book of Knowledge could have come out first, and that would still have put her up to being able to level up, but that's okay. Crusader continues to advance its HP. Alexis is almost certainly going to have to level up. She can't really deal with both characters, and she does. Pluto is, of course, already up at level 2. The Crusader continues to generate more and more attack value, and now it is a very nasty little 5/8 defense creature. Well, effective HP creature. A skeleton comes out from Pluto and charges up on the second turn. So that is going to be, what, then 6 and 3, so 9 plus, so that's going to be 15. Meteor Drop comes out, that's going to wipe out all 3 creatures in the center. And, of course, deals damage to the middle of Alexis' field, but she had no creatures down, so no reason to worry. Journa's Astronomical Clock comes out, so it is the deck that Alexis was showing us earlier, which is a very interesting, highly defensive one. Not sure if... well, Pluto was around. So actually, if Pluto remembers the deck that we showcased... well, not showcased, but, you know, that Alexis showed everyone, then Pluto can kind of anticipate what Alexis is going to aim for here. So a slight advantage perhaps on Pluto's side, but let's see if they can take advantage of it. Nathaniel Williams, IGN Shady Wolf, is up for a battle. So maybe Nick Stalker versus Nathaniel in the next sub-battle. No more gems to give away, unfortunately. I just haven't been getting lucky with gifts from pulling booster packs, so this is going to be the last of the gems that I actually have to give away, unfortunately, but still, sub-battles. Woo, we're in for the fighting. Card Appraiser +1 comes out in answer to that blue Moonlight Well. The Moonlight Well gets 1 of its mana resources back, but I'm pretty sure it costs 3 at level 2. Alexis levels up to 3. 16 HP, half the HP of Pluto, but doing slightly better for resources. So let's see if she can capitalize on that. She does have 10 darkness now, so she is able to bring out the Lilith. So Pluto's highly aggressive play there is unfortunately going to work out against him or her. I address the gender based on the hero you choose, so him for both players now. And there's the Lilith as expected, and the Witch Cheshire mana comes out in front of that hypnotized creature. So if Pluto has any sort of helpful spells like Jareka's Sword, he can bring back one of his hypnotized creatures. If he knows for a fact that one of them can survive, he could hit it with a removal spell, and that would also transform it back to normal, but yeah, short of that, both of those creatures are unfortunately on the way out. And this is a problem when running against Lilith, of course. If you know your opponent has Lilith, and generally if they're running Dark, they have Lilith, never ever flood the field at level 3. It's risky to do it at level 2 even, but don't do it at level 3, because Lilith gets a lot of resource momentum off that. Israel, has anything happened in MD since the release of SFN? A few new EXT cards, SFNP cards, and some new events. But apart from that, no new booster packs or anything like that. Skeleton comes out on Pluto's blue side. Sabrosona, hello. Lionel, yo, what's up? Again, throwing horns, not sure why. Okay, so yes, Skeleton's out. The Cheshire is dead. Succubus is still out on the field, though, and with 13 damage, that is a threat. However, Skeleton is also a threat, and Alexis does need to deal with that. Otherwise, it is going to deal fatal damage to her. So a charge, a discard into blue, and out comes a Spring of Memories. Now, that is easily removed by a surprise attack if Pluto happens to have one. And I don't think there's any on... yeah, CLC ability. And there we go. Oh, no. Surprise attack. Oh, no. A bit of a misplay by Pluto is blue there. Surprise attack onto the Well of Memories would have worked out much, much better. That would have freed the opening for the Skeleton, allowing an instant kill. As it is, the Skeleton is now unfortunately going to die to Succubus Queen Lilith. And Alexis has the opportunity to either remove the Skeleton or to place another creature as a potential transformation target for Lilith. Or she could continue to generate resources in order to gain as much of an advantage as possible. She decides to go for the triple charge, leaving Lilith out onto the field. A nice, strong presence there. Pluto's blue, not necessarily, from what I can see, doesn't really have the resources to remove Lilith, unfortunately. Can take another shot, though. Might want to drop the Black Spirit once again on one of the empty slots to put some pressure on. Nope, decides to go for Firebolt instead, and down goes Lilith. That was a couple of expensive removals, though. So a bit unfortunate for Pluto there. And out comes Rise of the People. 2 citizens. Very interesting. Very interesting. What are we saying? Praveen, I am ranked 20 because I don't play Monthly Arena. Yeah, everyone's ranked 20 because they don't play Monthly Arena. It's generally just not worth the hassle, especially with all the gimmicks in it at the moment. Lionel, misplay. Damn. Yeah, a bit of a misplay, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a stressful situation, and we all make them from time to time. I mean, every time I play, I go, damn it, why did I do that? Alright, so it's 15 damage on Alexis' side. That's not quite enough to kill Pluto is blue, who's decided to take an awful lot of time to recharge. However, 2 lots of 15 damage will kill Pluto, so while they will survive this round, they're going to have to do something about Card Appraiser and or Citizens on their next turn. Otherwise, they're looking at fatal damage. So, let's see what they decide to go for. It's a tricky situation. Now we can assume that Alexis doesn't have Phantom of the Wolf. A, because I'm pretty sure I would remember that, and B, because it would have been better to play it earlier if she had. So, Pluto doesn't need to worry about any kind of buffing cards coming out. So simply removing either Card Appraiser or one of the Citizens will work. Or, okay, there's a block there. Don't count on blocks, so never count on creature blocks when there's fatal damage on the board. So ideally still need to remove either the Card Appraiser or the Citizen in the open slot. It may work out okay in this case, of course, because Alexis doesn't have any removal spells other than Meteor Drop. So it may still be okay. Let's find out. So a charge from Alexis. Is she going to go... Nope, not discarding into blue, so she's not interested in doing the mana thing. Just going to go for that, which is quite interesting. The Card Appraiser doesn't manage to disappear anybody, of course, because they're both 3 stars or above. Now, Pluto is blue, desperately needs to remove that Citizen from in front of Anna. Discarding for a surprise attack, one assumes. Out it comes, there's the discard. Why? Why? Why do you keep doing that? Use surprise attack to kill the creature that's in front of your monsters. There we go. That's so much better. Why would you keep doing that? I get a headache. All right, this is going to be fatal damage. Unless, of course, Alexis now just throws out Meteor Drop, which is going to kill... Well, it's not... Unless. It is fatal damage when Alexis brings out Meteor Drop. Wipes the floor, that frees up the spot in front of Citizen, and Citizen will deal fatal damage. No, Alexis, play Meteor Drop. Dragon is, now that I can play Monster Hunter, you don't. I do, I play Monster Hunter every single day, literally every single day. Jump into the Discord, let me know. There we go, there's the Meteor Drop. Okay, so that's going to kill everything and open up the thing for Citizen. Smiles and giggles, I don't know anymore. Just, you had 2 opportunities to win the fight there, Smiles. You could have removed the Fountain of Memories with the surprise attack earlier, which would have given you the victory, and you could have removed the Citizen that was in front of Anna with a surprise attack that would have given you the victory. As it is, Alexis seizes it with her Meteor Drop, removing all the creature blocking threats that were in front of her last Citizen and landing fatal damage. So congratulations to both players there. Interesting decks and some interesting playstyles. I must admit I was going a little bit, why, at the end, but nevertheless, it's all part of the fun, right? Where the hell are my gifts? There they are. I started out on the right thing as well. So, Pluto, there's your 10 gems. Well earned. And Alexis, here's your 10 gems as well. Good game and good victory. Okay, and a gift from Leek. Thank you very much, Leek. I appreciate that. Now that I'm basically out of gems, 35, I'm going to need as many gifts as I can if I want to make deck videos and things. Lionel, surprise, surprise, you were attacked instead. Nice duel, though. Nice. You panicked. It's fine. It happens. It happens. I get it. It's a very, very stressful situation. It really can be. And we all do it. I've, you know, seen somebody discard a counterspell and then played the spell that needed to be played. And I was like, wait, I saw them discard counterspell. Why did I do that? So, yeah. It happens. Alexis, thanks for the battle. Yep, well done on both players' sides there. Very good. Okay, so now, I know that Nyx was talking about wanting to fight. Nathaniel was talking about wanting to fight. If you guys are still up for sub-battles, let me know in the chat. No gems to give away, unfortunately, because I've been pulling a lot of booster packs, but they just haven't been giving me gift parcels. So yeah, but yes, if anybody else wants to fight in the sub battles, do let me know. If you would like to fight me personally, just send me a battle request, whatever. I'll use a like a random budget deck or something like this, maybe the aggro puppeteer deck, because that's just fun. Alexis, that was fun. I was nervous. Yeah. It can be stressful. It can be stressful. Nyx is ready. Nathaniel, are you ready? Well, Nyx says he's ready, but he's not appearing online. Do I not have you on my friends list anymore? That would be weird if I didn't. Yeah, it'd be very weird if I didn't. Well, maybe it's done the same thing as it did with Praveen, and it's just kind of glitched out and removed people. Anyway, if you are actually online, Nyx, do let me know and post your... Oh, there you are. There we go. Just took a while to key in. I thought that would have been weird if you hadn't been around. Good. Okay, so if Nathaniel is ready, please fight Nyx. If Nathaniel is not ready and anybody else wants to fight Nyx, please send him a friend request. And if he's already on your friends list, send him a battle request. Oh boy. Exciting. I got a little spam thing to fight. Okay, but Praveen, you think you need to build some new decks? Well, that's like 50% of the fun, at least for me, is building new decks. Nathaniel, IGN is Shady Wolf. And you are also on my friends list, so that's nice. So Nick Stalker and Shady Wolf, you're both on the friends list right there. So if you haven't added each other already, please do. And if you have added each other, then please send each other a battle request and let me know that you have done so, and then we will jump in and observe your fight. Feels a little uneven. A level 84 rank 3 versus a level 9 rank 20, but you never know. You never know. It's all about the skill, not about the levels and things. Okay, looks like they're in. Good. I'll jump in. Spectate. Alright, so Nick's talked up at the top with 3 mutants and 2 colors. Feels like gimmick. Shady Wolf down the bottom with 1 mutant, neutral hero, and 3 colors. There's a double card appraiser that's just come out from Nyx. I hope this isn't a gimmick, and I hope that it is. If it is a gimmick, that you've asked Nathaniel and he said that it's okay. Because if he didn't agree to a gimmick deck fight and you're running a gimmick, then we're going to have words. Of course, if you're both running gimmicks, then... Mist, Ark, you really need to read Steel Ball Run. It sounds like a children's book. Sea Spot Run. Steel Ball Run. Another card appraiser comes out. Is this just all card appraisers? Dranicus, it's all about the pay to win. In Mabinogi Duel, it can be. The game is still more skill-based than card-based to a certain extent. But it can be a bit pay to win. If you just go for like Gates of Hell, double Lilith, double Nereva now kind of deck, then it's like, yeah, okay, fine, screw it. But yeah. Sabro thinks this is a gimmick. Which side? They're both using card appraiser. It's Alexis. What is considered a gimmick deck? There's no kind of hard and fast rule, but the rule that this community came up with that everyone seems to agree with is that a gimmick deck follows sort of 3, I think it was, basic principles. 1, that it is a deck with a single solitary win condition. You've got to bring one thing out, you've got to do one thing in order to win. The second is that it requires no skill to pilot. It's simply checking off a checklist. You know, I do this, then I do this, then I do this, then I do this, then I win. And if your checklist gets interrupted, you lose. And if it doesn't, you win. And then the third one was that it is unbeatable by anything that is not specifically a counter gimmick deck. So many card appraisers. Out comes Lilith. I don't think anyone was really surprised by that. Takes care of the Puppeteer Zad Falish on Shady Wolf's side. Smiles and giggles. So many card appraisers. Yes, it does indeed. It's Alexis. I'm free-to-play player. I am as well. Way back in the early days of the game when they were doing really, really well, and I wanted to support them because the DevCat used to be so generous. They would give away a lot of cards. The gems and the gold was great. The player market was fine because they didn't really have like proper player stores at that point. It was actually really, really generous, and then they got more and more money grubbing as time went on. So I started out by giving them money in like the first few months of their life, and then yeah, I mean after the end of year one, when Nexon really started to get a hold of, just no more money for them. Missed. All card games are pay to be able to play against pros. Yes and no. Not all card games are like that. Gwent isn't like that. Gwent is very, very free-to-play friendly. Very free-to-play friendly. Sabro, Nick's side. Yes, definitely Nick's side is a gimmick deck, and down it goes. I haven't really commented on this because it's a gimmick fight, and I think we're all just sort of thinking, well, yeah, I mean, you won. Adoy, you were using a gimmick deck. So yeah, Nix, I hope you asked Nathaniel if that was okay first, because again, no gimmick deck fights are allowed unless both players agree beforehand that gimmick fights are allowed. If you agreed, then fine. It's still not very interesting, but fine. But if you didn't agree, then shame on you. There's no skill involved in gimmick decks. You could give like that Lilith card appraiser deck to a monkey and it would be able to pilot it to success. There's basically no way of losing when you're running a gimmick deck against a non-anti-gimmick deck. So well played on the opponent's side, on Nathaniel's side, on Shady Wolf's side. But yeah, Alexis, thanks for explaining. Yeah, no problem. It's I understand the gimmick is like a pretty vague thing. Generally, if you haven't specifically built it to be a gimmick, then it's probably not a gimmick. You know, it's almost impossible to accidentally put a gimmick deck together. So you don't need to worry about that. Praveen, you have a weird deck. If anyone wants to duel, Praveen's weird deck, do let him know. Dranicus, you disagree. Shadow Era is pretty free-to-play friendly. I haven't played it. Well, I mean, I played it ages ago, but I didn't particularly like it, but I'll take your word for it. Sabrosona, you think Leek is going to like this? Why is it very mutant-orientated? And yes, America, it is orientated, not oriented. Oriented means you're facing east. Okay, 601 is my English teacher rant over and done with. Okay, save that one. Boom. Dranicus, there were 2 other TCGs you played with which were also pretty free-to-play friendly. Well, do share. We're always in the mood for hearing about more free-to-play friendly TCGs. Oh, yes, very... Wow, Mana Crusader, that's pretty cool. Mana, yeah, okay, so basically every single card in this deck is a mutant card. Basically, you're committing suicide. Oh, they died, though. Oh, that's a shame. Missed. I won with my White Wolf King Boros deck many times without summoning him because people knew it was a gimmick deck and waited for me to summon him, but I would trick them into being in a checkmate. Yeah, which is fine. It's still a gimmick deck, though. I mean, the fact that you're manipulating people's anticipation of you bringing out your central gimmick doesn't make it less of a gimmick deck. It's like you won by manipulating them into waiting for it, but if they hadn't been waiting for it, you would just have played it and you would have won again. So again, gimmick deck's one of those things you can't beat unless you've got a specific anti-counter to it, which makes it boring to watch. Play however you like, of course. If you're having fun, then you're doing it right. But just know that if you run gimmick decks, the person you're playing against thinks that you suck. Sabro, you play 2 duels, you win 1. That's a 50% success rate. That's still a damn good success rate. As long as you're 50% or higher. I mean, even the professionals only have a success rate of like 68% or something like that. Still a gimmick deck though, lol. Yeah, well, it is. Praveen, try this one, okay? I don't know why I keep coming out of this. I need to stay in here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so Praveen deck code 601 D257. Sounds familiar. Have we not had this one already? No, maybe not. It's just the 257's ringing a bell in my head. Alrighty, let's see. Double Crusader, Magic Missile, Ritual of Destruction, Goblin Bomb Squad Nature, Cocoon Trap, Hunt, Surprise Attack, Drag to Hell, Beatrice of Salvation, which is, yeah, I haven't seen her in quite a while, Capture, and Succubus Queen Lilith. Alright, quite interesting. I can see the value. I don't have Beatrice of Salvation, of course, because it's SIH, and that is basically pay to get. When creatures on its side are killed by opponents, summons an angel with 3 costs in their place. Yes, I remember that now. Yeah, so interesting, certainly. Yeah. So if anybody's looking for an unusual Lilith deck and you happen to have the Beatrice of Salvation, you could do worse than that one. Cocoon Trap is a very interesting card to include, but definitely a good counter to anybody else's Liliths and things like that if you're good at predicting. So yes, quite interesting. Quite interesting. Okay, so yes, if anybody else wants to get involved in a sub-battle, no gimmicks, it's boring to watch, unless you both agree to it, in which case it can be quite fun because then both players are prepared. So yes, if you want to get involved in sub-battle, please do. If you wanted to put your deck up for review or just to have people go ooh and ah at it, please do. If you would like to challenge me personally to a fight, send me a battle request and I will fight you with this aggro deck. This one here. And yes, I'm telling people what I'm going to be fighting them with. I don't care. So yes, that's the deck I'll be fighting. So if anybody wants to get involved in that, please do let me know. If nobody wants to get involved in a sub-battle or fight me or post any deck codes, then we'll just jump into the arena and we'll just muck around and see what we're going up against. I've run this particular deck a few times over the past few days. It works out very well, but obviously particular gimmicks are still problematic. If you're running like a Lilith gimmick using Fene, I lose to those because every time I fight one, I always get the killing blow, but Fene's ability always activates. It's happened 3 times to me in the last 2 days. It's annoying. It's Alexis. One of your fave cards is Azai. I like Azai as well in concept. I just cannot make him work properly. For anyone who's not sure what we're talking about, that's Azai there. I just... if it was like kill 1 creature and he summons a steel dragon, that would be fine. If he was less expensive, that would be fine. If he buffed himself somehow, that would be fine. But he's just... he is so close to being really, really cool, and yet not quite there. Miss Hero, what would Blanca be compared to as in card games? Blanca being a unique fighter in that you play him unconventional as possible and just try random and jank stuff to mess up your opponent's playstyle. I assume you're talking about Blanca from Street Fighter. I don't play fighting games. That whole quarter circle forward, back, BA measure, and if you don't get it within like 0.05 seconds of each input, then it doesn't work. Really annoying. I really, really hate that. Kind of just frustrates the shit out of me. So yeah, I don't know. I can't speak to that because I don't play Street Fighter. Praveen, you want a duel? Fine. Send me a duel request. I will fight you using this Zad Felish deck. But yeah, I can't speak to Street Fighter. I don't play Street Fighter. The microsecond inputs destroy me. I have no desire to spend months of my life training that kind of reaction time. It's very impressive for the people who can do it, but it would just drive me out of my mind. That being said, I really do want to try Dragon Ball FighterZ. That looks really, really cool, and I'm told that it doesn't have that kind of microsecond input requirement. Leak has posted a deck code, but I'm going to have to look at that in a little bit. Alright, so Praveen using 2 mutants and triple colors. Kota High, the legend. Yeah, I don't think I'm a legend. If I am a legend, it's not a good kind of legend. It's the kind of legend where people go, "You heard about him, right? The asshole." Like, yeah, that guy. Alright, Eugenia Palace Guard. Interesting opening card. We don't really have any sort of immediate answers for that. What are we seeing here? Yeah, that's as safe as anything to drop. Bum, 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 bum. Just open this up. A gift from Pluto is blue. 3 gems. Thank you, Pluto. I appreciate every little gem. That's a surprise attack coming out to take care of that Crusader. No problem. Positive resource trade on our part. And 3 damage we don't particularly care about. So, let's do it again, like we did last summer. Missed. They made the inputs have more lenient time. They're doing this for almost every fighting game. The last Street Fighter game still had microsecond-based inputs because I played it, and it drove me up the wall. But yes, more and more fighting games are coming out now that have much more lenient times. I enjoyed the latest Mortal Kombat. That was a lot of fun. I wanted to enjoy Injustice, but it's not really my kind of thing. But it's still a good game. Still a very, very good game. What do I want to do here? Drop that guy. Not accelerating as fast as we should. That's the problem with aggro decks. If you don't hit the ground running with them, then you kind of get worked out. Golden Bomb Squad in front of the Crusader. I got no problems with that. Now, Praveen knows I need to level up, so a smart play here would be to play a 3rd creature. Dronicus, I like Netherworld fighting games, but the combos feel so weird. They do feel a little weird. I'll admit that. They're a little odd, but yeah. Okay, we level up, blah blah blah. That's gonna get through, no big deal, don't really care. What have we got here? Oh yes, I know what to do. That's fine. Oh god, my back. Thank you for the creatures. Oh. Okay, so we want to put him here. And that there, because that's an even resource trade. And there we go. That looks all right. Praveen vastly out accelerating us in EXP. Granicus, plus Injustice is such a mid/long range spacing that noobs like me just get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, true. I mean, once you get up into like pro tiers, it can be an absolute nightmare to try to work correctly. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't like try for any professional tournaments or anything with it, but I did enjoy the latest Mortal Kombat. As I said, I wanted to enjoy Injustice because I am a total nerd, but I don't know, just it's possibly just the animations didn't quite click with me. Everything felt a little bit too I don't know. It's just me. But yeah, I'm liking Dragon Ball Fighters, or I'm liking the look of it anyway. I haven't managed to pick it up yet myself. Anyway, I should probably be paying attention to this. It's Alexis. I've tried the Puppeteer dude, but find the low health of the marionettes die too easy. Yeah, you need to discard into light. That's interesting. Yeah, Zad Felicia only works in very specific kinds of decks. You need to kind of build around him with that. Oh, a Teed. Cool. Alright, that actually works out okay for us. Yeah, it's not where I was hoping that would go. But you know what? We're gonna revive from the grave, so Teed's not gonna do anything. And there we go. Dranicus, so what is your favorite fighting game? Well, again, I'm not like super into fighting games. I mean, when I lived in Japan, obviously I played in the arcades all the fighting games, you know, with the full-on joysticks and the tap, 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 because you know, it's Japan. You can't be in Japan and not play arcades. So, you know, I've done the Blaze Blue. I've done, yeah, it's not going to work. Could bring out a Lilith, of course, but that would be a dick move, and it's Lilith. We may need to institute a no Lilith rule because she's just annoying, frankly. But whatever. Lilith, hooray. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite fighting game. Some of them I like, some of them I'm not so fond of. But yeah, no real favorites. Missed. Ark, if you want to get into fight games, I recommend either Rising Thunder or Fighters. Yep, Rising Thunder being free and open source now and have specials attached to buttons with cooldowns. Yeah, sounds cool. And yeah, Fighters I definitely want to get into. Lol, Fighters still have inputs, but auto combats. Yeah. Okay, it's just... Okay, I mean, we can do this, but it's just going to piss me off. So here we go. Here's a surprise attack on here, so that Lilith can't transform. And here's a command hunting, and that'll kill Lilith, and then blah, 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 blah. But now I've got to work from the back end. So, yeah. I mean, we may still win this, but Jesus Christ, I'm tired of seeing Lilith. I really am. Oh, boy. Hunt comes out, no great surprise, but no great loss either. Everyone's finding my to be so funny, apparently. Alright, Vengeful Knife it is. It's kind of a bit of a Hail Mary play, but whatever. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm going Valley Girl. I'm just so frustrated by Lilith. Oh my god. I'm actually okay with that. That damages Praveen and means I don't take any health damage from my own thing. So, Kota, OMG, Lilith everywhere. Yeah, Lilith is just the go-to card these days, you know. Lilith. I mean, it's fine. It's not an auto-win card, obviously, because I'm still doing fine. But, Jesus Christ, it's annoying to see everywhere. That's not great, but we're just gonna... at this point, I've lost the will to fight properly. So I just... Fine, here's all my creatures, and just flooding the field with them. Ay, ay, ay. This is, of course, the advantage of an aggro deck, even in late game. If you manage to manipulate your opponent's resources down, you can just go frickin' everybody. It's Alexis. Can't beat them. Join. No, I have spent... ever since this game first came out, in beta, right? I was in the beta for this stupid game. And I have never run gimmick decks unless it was to make a video because people have been deliberately requesting it. So I've had to make Jurgen videos. And I did like a Gates of Hell video for Halloween because it was Halloween. But I don't run gimmick decks. I don't play them. I don't use them. I don't like them. It gets you into lazy battle styles. Okay, well, Lilith wasn't summoned, so we win, I think. Draconicus, fave game right is Under Night in Birth EXE latest. Great name I know, lol, made by a company called French Red. I actually think I've heard of that. Missed, I want an archetype of creatures that affects only effect when transformed, and they transform into their own form instead what other cards try to turn them into. Okay, I think I know what you mean there. Yeah, so you want cards that are going to transform whenever a card would transform them into something, they cancel that transformation and turn into something of their own doing. That's when summoned, right? Yeah. You can tell how much attention I'm paying here. Okay. Do we want to bother? Yeah, we do, because it's Fene and her bullshit ability is going to activate. I just know that it is. It's Alexis. No, don't play gimmick. Don't worry, I will never play gimmicks. I don't play them, ever. See, I told you her bullshit ability was going to activate. That's why I killed them both. Screw you, Fene. Nobody likes you. Well played to Praveen. Well played to Praveen. But yes, Mist, yes, that is actually a really fun idea. I do like that idea very much. And it would make it a really nice Lilith counter, which means that maybe, finally, we'd stop seeing Lilith all over the goddamn place. Of course, it would have to meet HP breakpoints as well, otherwise your opponent would simply play a removal spell and then play Lilith. Yes, well played, Praveen. Next person to play a goddamn Lilith is gonna get murdered. So tired. Miss, you like Fene? I know, a lot of people like Fene. I don't like any hero that removes skill from the game. I'm not saying that people who run Fenny should be ashamed of themselves, and I'm not saying that people who run Fenny have no skill or anything like that. It's just I have seen so many situations, and I have been in so many situations where I have, or the person I'm watching has won the fight. They've won. They've outskilled their opponent. They've outplayed their opponent. They've outmanipulated their opponent. They have won, and then Fenny's ability activates, and then your opponent throws out some bullshit Lilith, or they hit you with an arrow of revenge, or something that should not have happened, and it's complete luck. It's 20% chance that no matter how skilled the other person is, the Fenny player will survive and win. It's really, really annoying and bizarre in a game that has done so much to remove RNG. I think it's just really, really weird. So I don't know. I mean, if the Fenny... I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of anything that introduces RNG into a game whose main draw is no goddamn RNG. Dranicus, her ability activated for you 4 times in a row. I know. This is one of the reasons why I really, really don't like it, is that we had a tournament, and it was like a single round elimination. So it was bracketed play, and if you lost one fight in the entire bracket, that was it. You were out. And somebody, I forget who, went up against a Fenny player, and landed fatal damage 5 times, and Fenny's ability activated 5 times, and the Fenny player eventually managed to win, because of course she did. And so the player was bumped out of the tournament, and the other person carried on, even though the first player had played better. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. Smiles and giggles. Her ability activated 3 times and it lost me the game. I've never hated someone so much. Yeah, it's... you should never lose because of luck. Never lose because of luck. It's Alexis. The reason I love Daily Draft is you don't see super powerful decks. Yeah, Daily Draft's a lot of fun for that. Yeah. Nyx, Fenny is my waifu Tetona. I don't know what Tetona means, but okay. Yeah, I get that people like her, and I get her appeal. It's just, as a mechanic, I don't like it in Mabinogi Duel. Leek, you do any card appraiser decks? I have run decks that have had 1 card appraiser in them, but not the. You always know it's a Lilith gimmick coming out when somebody plays 2 card appraisers in a row, and if they bring out a 3rd, you know for a fact it's Lilith. 1 card appraiser is fine. 1 card appraiser is a good card, and it helps for tempo. It's a nice tempo card. More than 1 card appraiser, and you realize the other person's running a gimmick deck. Missed. Was a tourney double elimination? Tourney was single elimination. We tried to work out to make like double eliminations and loser brackets and things like that at the request of some of the people from the unofficial forum, Sickets Bunch, but it's just unworkable. And we basically had to say that it's just unworkable, it's not going to work, at which point they said, fine, we'll go and make our own, and they never did, because it's unworkable. You need proper organization for that kind of thing. Sabro, I don't understand that. It's Alexis, do you have Fenny? Show us. Well, yeah, I mean, of course I have Fenny. Where the hell are the heroes? I'm pretty sure I even have some costumes for Fenny. I don't use her because I don't like her ability, frankly. But yeah, I've got her. Where is she? There she is. Now, do I have costumes for her? I should have costumes for her. No, I don't have any costumes for her. Well, that shows how much I use her. Go back to L. Where are you, L? Thank you. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I mean, even 1 card appraiser. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, even 1 card appraiser can be a problem in Daily Draft. Yeah, yep. There's like a Spanish thing going on. I see my name in there. I don't know what you're saying, but I hope it's nice. Lee has got a thing. Praveen, you lost badly. You didn't lose badly. You did fine. You did fine. You were running a Lilith, so, be lucky I didn't pull your anus out and make you wear it as a hat. But you did fine. What was this? 6601D25B. There we go. Lee, we'll save that and open it up. Overwrite. Share deck. It's Alexis. You don't know if you have her. As far as I remember, she's easy to unlock, but I don't remember. Gran Capra sent Nyx some gems in DOS and called you a lazy hobo, which, harsh but fair. Sabro, Arc say Oh, Jesus. Okay, is that first word la or ia? I don't know which one. I don't know if that's a capital I or a lowercase l. I'm going to assume capital I, ia, and I assume I'm about to say something really rude. Ia waifu petugona nunca fala. Missed. Honestly, you should have mods assigned to watch other loser brackets, but only stream the winners bracket with saying updates of what's happening in the loser brackets. Possibly. I mean, I don't know. The two tournaments the Mabinogi Duel had, English tournaments, the two Mabinogi Duel had, were run by me and only me. So there's a limit to what I can do. They ran one Korean tournament, if I remember correctly, which was a lot of fun. They did professionally, like up on a big stage. It was awesome looking. But yeah, the only English tournaments that have ever actually been run on a live stream, I had to do. So I just couldn't do it. It was way too much work. I mean, even with the single elimination stuff, it damn near killed me. Alexis, you have her? Good, good. Next thing. La. Okay, la. All right. La waifu petugona nunca fala. I don't even know what language that is, but... Arca, my Spanish is good. Okay. I forget how to say thank you in Spanish. No, that's Italian. I have so many languages in my head. I'm like, arigato? No. Grazie? No. Thank you? No. Leek, you want to use Lady Illusion more? Yeah, Lady... Oh, yeah, sorry, we're supposed to be looking at this, aren't we? Yeah, Lady Illusion is one of those cards I really, really, really want to like, and I really, really want to make work well, but just never managed to make a deck with it that she worked super well in, unfortunately. But yeah, this is interesting. Imp, Hidden Spider, Dark Lady Share +1, Aventur's Blue Spell Circle, Hunt, Card Appraiser, Ice Spear, Hellhound, Wolf Parry +1, Capture, Dark Lady Illusion, and a mana +1 Magician. Yeah, I like it all. I'm not sure about the Wolf Parry +1 and the Dark Lady Illusion, and Magician Masked Field doesn't really need to be a +1. It's kind of a wasted mutant, but you know, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. That's good. But yeah, otherwise, very nice deck, very solid. Alexis, you're also enjoying this deck, trying to make Azai work. Yeah, I'm going to assume you got Rise of the People in there without even looking at it. D260. And save. Overwrite. And share. Nope, no Rise of the People. Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah. Interesting. Alright, so Automata Turk, I guess the idea what? Is Automata Turk spawns a creature and then Azai kills Turk and the creature in order to summon a Steel Dragon? It's a bit of an expensive bring-out strategy. But, yeah, I mean, as a base, I don't like Garden of Life. I will say that. I really, really don't like Garden of Life. The resource-generating cards, 99.9% of the time, are just not worth your time. Tomb of the Solitary Man is good. Cards like Goblin Gravekeeper or Golden Gravekeeper are good as resource generators, but those are really the only ones. Apart from that, you don't really want to use resource generating cards. They apply no actual pressure, and it takes them at least 2 turns to actually pay a profit. Gracias. Gracias, yes, thank you, Janicus. Yes, gracias. Praveen wants to have one more duel, only if you don't use Lilith. No more Lilith. Leek, I can make a Lilith of my own with Lady Illusion, so that's nice. Yeah, true. Kodakun, Mabinogi Duel, the game, the most underrated in Occident. Totally esport ready. It is, almost. If they did away with the gimmicks, it would definitely be esport ready. But yes, I agree that if they actually just... If they just put the necessary marketing into it, and if they actually made the necessary changes to make it esport, sort of, to really drag people in, then it would be fantastic. But they're not. The arenas are just broken. They're not working right. Gimmick decks, ugh. So, yeah. Alexis, no, Rise is too much white. Fair enough. I mean, what you can do is kind of work Rise of the People in with the Gifted Engineer Azai, a mana Book of Knowledge, so you accelerate to level 2 quicker than anybody else, and then you can actually gain the resources faster. You really want some way of bringing out 2 creatures for the lowest possible cost, and Rise of the People is just one of the cheapest ways anyway of bringing them out. You can also use Taukaka, but that only works if you bring her out at level 1, maybe level 2, but she jumps up her ramp at that point. Missed. Ark, want to do it all again for DOS? Ray might be able to sponsor with enough gold for hero skins if we're lucky. I brought it up with Ray before. We've actually had a conversation about this. He's all in favor of the idea. No idea how much support, official support, we would be able to get, but you know, I mean, he was all for sort of helping market it and, you know, put it up on Twitter and stuff. The problem is not with the company at this point in Duel of Summoners, it's with the fact that nobody's playing the game. I mean, it's had like a total concurrent plays in the last 24 hours of like 16. It's not great. Alexis, you'll consider changes to adjust out mana producing. Well, don't take what I say as gospel for Azai. I've been fiddling around trying to make him work myself, and I've never been able, or I so far have not been able to get him high platinum ready. I've got an Azai deck that's gold ready. That's fine. You could take it into gold, no problem, and possibly even low platinum, but you couldn't get into high platinum with it, and high platinum's kind of like where you judge deck viability. So muck around with it by all means, but yeah, the rule anyway for Azai is try to figure out how to summon 2 or more creatures for the lowest possible cost. That's the trick. Leak, all right, I don't have a normal lady illusion, so that's why I swapped the colors of the magicians. Fair enough, that makes sense. That makes sense. So yes, Praveen, you wanted to fight? I'm perfectly happy to fight. But yeah, no Liliths. No gimmicks, obviously. This live stream is a gimmick-free zone, ideally. Friend request from Gadley. I will add you now. To anybody who doesn't know, if you add me as a friend while the live stream is active, I guarantee to add you to my friends list. If you send me a friend request outside of live stream times, I probably won't. Just because I have hundreds of these things coming in. So it's just too much. Nix, MD is a good game of skill. No luck, no handbrake. Yep. Except for something like Fene. You know, in a proper no RNG tournament kind of setting, RNG cards and heroes like Fene would be removed. Because as we saw in the last tournament, it can be really, really annoying when Fene's ability activates 5 times in a row and the player who should have won ends up losing. Miss, we should try a potential sign-up period and only do the tournament if enough people sign up. We could do. I mean, bring it up on the official Duel of Summoners Discord. I don't really want to do it myself because it feels like self-promotion, and it's just that's an ugly thing. But yeah, bring it up on the Discord. You can even link people to the old tournament archived videos. Maybe if you need sort of an example of the kind of format we'll be hosting under, but if people are interested in it, I of course would be very happy to do it. Duel of Summoners is significantly better balanced than Mabinogi Duel, although they are kind of going off the rails with the latest booster pack releases. I mean, they're bringing in Mino, they're bringing in Jane, the Rituals of Darkness. It's beginning to get a little bit. But yeah, I'd be very happy to do a tournament for Duel of Summoners. There just needs to be enough interest. We need to get at least 16 people guaranteed to sign up, and then we will need another at least 5 people signed up as substitutes in case. And if we can get that, if we can get 21 people who are interested in doing the tournament, then yeah, sure. Sabro, you're out. Have a test soon. Good luck with your test. Good luck, good luck. I don't envy you. I'm so glad that I don't go to school anymore. Oh boy. I think I accidentally overwrote... Yes, I accidentally overwrote my own deck. Whoops. Oh well. Never mind. I'll rebuild it. Let's rebuild it from scratch. Let's see if I can remember. So we start out with light. Clear the deck. Go for a double Crusader because he's the best light aggro. Holy Missile because that's the best sort of like level 1 removal spell. I don't remember. I'll come back to that. Then we had Dark. It's Alexis, you're sorry. It's my fault. No reason for you to be sorry. I knew I was going to do that at some point. So, all right. So we had one skeleton. We had Vengeful Knife. We had Zad Felish, and we had Fireball, Dark Fireball. Oops. Fire to ball. Oh no, Firebolt, not Fireball. That's my bad. Let's just go with Bolt. Easier that way. There we go. Leak, surprise attack. Yes, it probably was surprise attack. That would make more sense. And Zad Falish. Actually, I don't know why I'm typing out the rest of his name. There's no other card in the game called Zad anything else. Good, okay, that's fine. And yes, reset all of that and surprise attack. We'll go for this one just because I like the art better. Okay, that feels right. And then we were going for nature. We had beginner duelist, or newbie duelist, I should say. We had command hunting. We had Nata. Where's command hunting? There it is. We had Nata. There we go. And we had capture. Alright, there we go. Good, no harm done. Deck's recreated. So yeah, that's the aggro Zad Falish. I'm going to work on an alternative variant of this, which isn't quite so aggro. So we will see, we will remove Nata for Piolet, for example. We'll remove one of these Crusaders, work in perhaps a Seigi or a high-end duelist, something like that. Sabro, the test is one that I do 3 years of school in one test. Jesus, well, good luck. Though I'm sure you don't need it. I'm sure you're going to ace it, no problem. No worries. Samurai Quack guarantees it. There you go. Now it has to happen. Okay, so let's just, since nobody wants to challenge me to a fight or challenge anyone else to a sub-battle, we will jump this into a normal duel. We could jump it into a monthly ranked, but it would take so long to climb up. But if people would like me to plop this into the monthly ranked, we can. Nyx, try out the... Okay, so while I'm checking out Nyx's deck, let me know if you want me to run this aggro deck through the monthly arena. Bearing in mind that we're only going to hit gold at the most because it can take forever. Or whether you just want a bunch of standard fights, or whether you want to challenge me yourself. 601C505. I've done it again, haven't I? Oh, Jesus, okay. So Lilith... Dark as I, light as I, rise of the people, drag to hell, mirror ghost -1. Yeah, mirror ghost -1's a good one. Surprise attack, religious confession. Interesting choice. Yeah, okay. Ritual of darkness. Yeah, okay, no, I see it. I can see it. I can see it. Alright. Again, it's kind of ramping up towards Lilith a lot of ways. But yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, it's basically the whole thing's kind of designed almost around Ram. Azai is almost incidental to this. I assume you summon Azai, then you Ritual of Darkness onto the onto Azai himself, and then you use that to build up to Lilith. That way you've got Lilith and a Steel Dragon out onto the field. Although it's a bit of a shame that the Steel Dragon would get consumed when Lilith transforms. It's Alexis, you never play monthly ranked, neither do I. The rewards just aren't worth it and everyone's running gimmick anyway. I mean, neither do I as a general rule. I mean, I have to run it for testing decks and things, but I'll get the deck up into like high platinum and I'll just erase it. Leak, monthly arena, shows all what it's like in there. Well, the early ranks are probably going to be alright. They're probably going to be okay. Missed, I'll bring it up later. I might ask Kestrel to make a promotional pin-up. That would be very, very cool. Nyx, turn 2 spam. Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. Again, I'm not, as soon as I see Lilith, I'm just like, blech, I don't really want to. I don't want to, don't make me. Do not save that. Let's hope that we didn't, again, accidentally override my existing deck. No, we did not. Good, okay. Alright, so, monthly arena. Okay, let's just stuff this deck into monthly arena. Or Gustavo, let's fight. I'm Gadley. Okay, you can, do you want to fight me or do you want to fight somebody else in the chat? Either way, I'm fine. My back is killing me. Why? Ah, God Lord. It's like somebody snuck into my bedroom in the middle of the night and beat me between the shoulder blades with half a brick. Ah, is there anything any of you want to tell me? Ow. I hope I switched back to L. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Thank goodness for that. Praveen has a deck code, so we'll try that. We'll take a look at that once I'm done in here. I think Leek posted something earlier, which I didn't look at, but maybe he posted it again, so it's okay. Alright, Gadley, neutral hero, no mutants, 2 colors. I'm worried about the 2 colors, Gadley. This better not be a gimmick deck. Of course, with nature and mana, I'm not really sure what kind of gimmick deck it would be. A discard into mana, so we assume that that is going to be a counterspell. So let's force. So you could remove equal cost if I drop the Crusader with a magic missile, but you can't remove for equal cost on the duel list. Have to cost a hunt or something else. Ow. But yes, we assume counterspell, so I've just got to remember that. I'm going to forget because I'm busy talking on the chat at the same time. Good, that's fine by us. That works out okay. Our opponent doesn't gain any real benefit from that, but we do. Now, this would be very, very bold, and I'm not feeling that brave. Let's just go for a Crusader. That can be removed for equal cost. But then our opponent's in an awkward situation because we can play another creature, and then does he level up, or does he kill the thing? Ooh, Natira's Needle. Interesting choice, given that you don't have Dark. Earl Grey is now following. Thank you, sir. Delish. You know what? I kind of want to be a dick. Let's be a dick. I'm just going to have fun with this. This is not good strategy, by the way. Don't watch this and think this is how you play Zad Felice deck. But this is like an asshole way to play, because there's no possible way our opponent can remove this for a decent resource cost. It could perhaps use a firewall, but then they are going to cripple themselves for late game. And our opponent chooses not to. And then this guy gets all charged up, and boom, 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 boom. Suddenly we have 9 damage coming out onto the field. We're going to get 2 hits off. It's going to accelerate our XP growth. Yeah. It's not a nice thing to do at level 1. It's not a very smart thing to do at level 1 either, but I'm figuring let's just have some fun with this guy. It's Alexis. Did you sleep next to Lilith last night? She could be a pain in anyone's back. I gotcha. If Lilith shared my bed, I would not be doing a lot of sleeping. Earl Grey, hi, heart. Okay, so Gadley needs to think quite carefully about what to do, because if he doesn't deal with Zad Felice, it's just this is going to accelerate real quick. PLA comes out, that is not going to do what it needs to do. Oh, Mukro Gesko, it is going to do what it needs to do. Good, that's a nice move. Zad Felice is going to continue to boost himself up, but yeah, I mean, that's a nice removal. Solid removal. Let's drop a Crusader and continue to charge up. But yes, that's a nice play. We saw that in our last live stream as well. I forget who did it, but yeah, it's a good one. You drop that, you drop Mukro Gesko or Aventur's Blue Spell Circle. It's the same card. And then PLA is guaranteed to kill whatever is in front of him. Or her. We're not sure what gender PLA is. I think we ran a test with Incubus, but I forget what the results were. Albi Stone Golem. An interesting card choice, generally only used for PVG. And Jellyfish. Very cool. Alright, so that's just going to paralyze. So, again, this isn't optimal plays, but our opponent has no resources, and we're going to accelerate way faster than they can. So let's hope that this works, based on how much defense we can take off. Did we take off enough? We did. Good. Okay. Satulia, hi! Earl Grey, used to watch my stream on YouTube. It's great I'm back. It's great to be back. And thanks for watching. Gadley, I'm afraid, has absolutely no way of winning this now. He has no AoE removals. Even Hunt wouldn't kill enough creatures to really make this worthwhile. Could remove the Crusader, but it's kind of a stopgap measure. So, yeah. I don't really see any possible return. Which is the problem, of course, with running out. With running 2 colors. Yeah, Hunt on the Crusader, yeah. So, but it's not going to work because Zad Felice charges himself up by 2. We level up. Good job, well done, well played. And that's the finishing blow. Zad Felice, are you saying my children are like humans? Hi, you have a good eye. He talks very quickly. And down goes Gadley. Well played, though, well played. Interesting cards in there, and a nice... the PLA Mukro Gesko is a high-level tactic, so nice, very nice to see. Keep doing that, but add a third camp, and remove remove Albi if you can. It's fun for PvG, but it just doesn't work in PvP unless you have a deck that really does synchronize with it, but I've only seen 1 or 2 of those. Kotakun, well played. I assume that's to Gadley. Blah, 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 blah. Gadley. In which case, yes, it was well played. So, Julia, what's in the juice? This is arc juice. Its ingredients are a closely guarded secret. Some say it is the blood of my enemies mixed with their tears. Some say it is a secret eldritch mixture, crafted from the spittle and other juices of elves. Who knows, really? Whatever it is the source of all my powers. Doesn't protect me against gimmicks, of course. Alright, so if anybody else wants to challenge me, this is the deck that I am running at the moment. It's an aggro Zad Felish deck, based on a deck that Pegasus came up with a couple of months ago. So if anyone wants to challenge me, do let me know. If anyone wants to challenge anybody else in the chat, do just post your in-game name and we will make it happen. Based on a 5-star creature that copies the effect of opponent creatures when summoned, but it triggers first. Oh, I see. All right. Yeah. So you play a creature, and then whenever a creature is summoned with an on-play ability, your creature activates and activates its ability first. That would also be fun. So, Tulia, did you play Darkest Dungeon? I did, and I do. I love Darkest Dungeon. Really good game. Really. I don't have the expansion pack for it, sadly, but I really like it. I love Darkest Dungeon so much. If I'd gotten into it sooner, I would have made videos and things about it and done live streams on it, but not really much point at this point. I think everyone's already said everything that needs to be said about it. Okay, oh, what do you want, Scamcat? What do you want? I heard you have a good card. Oh, this one used to be. Not so much anymore. Used to be too good, actually, that zombie combiner. A lot of fun. Not Satuli, Praveen. 60188C8, okay. I'm going to switch decks over, though. I'm tired of recreating Zad Felish. There we go. Satulia, thoughts on streaming it? I mean, I'd be happy to stream Darkest Dungeon. I really, really enjoy it, but it's been covered so much recently that I just don't know that there would be any interest in me streaming it. Sabro, the test is in 30 minutes and you're dying inside. Believe in yourself as Samurai Quack believes in you. You can do it. You can do it all night long. No, that's a quote from a movie. And not a good one either. Don't panic. What is it? Do not fear. Fear is the little death. Fear is the mind killer. Let me read that out. Hold on. I like this quote. Load faster, damn your eyes. Okay, there we are. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Okay? Do not fear. Fear is the mind killer. You can do a Sabro. Yush. Oh, Gray, I also liked your Duel Links videos. You planning to stream that again? Again, I would love to. I had to stop. Most streamers of Duel Links had to stop because they were just relentless with their new box sets. Every 2 weeks, a new box set. Literally nobody could keep up. I knew live streamers who were spending $2,000 on every new box, and they literally could not keep up. It's not particularly free-to-play friendly, although it has gotten much, much better recently. But yeah, I would love to stream that too, but there needs to be interest in it, and I just don't know how much there is. Kodakun, you want a Samurai Duck 2? Too sexy. Too sexy for my quack. Never mind. Well, if you want this exact Samurai Quack Duck, you get it in the British Museum, apparently. Although it was gotten for me by my girlfriend at the time in Tokyo, so I don't know. At least I thought it was in Tokyo. I was very sick at the time. Anyway, yes, this deck that Praveen shared ages ago. Let's take a look at it. Doom Machine Saint. Ooh, okay. Ah, yes, Jur. Haha. But it can... Oh, no. No, what are you doing? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. No, the newbie duelist and the Evgenia Palace Guard are locking you into forcing you to play both of those before you play Jur, because Jur can summon either of those two into his box. Jur decks, you don't want to run anything other than the one or the two things, generally two things that you want to summon from the Jur box. Susano is an odd choice. Normally it's two Doom Machines, like a Doom Machine Saint and a Doom Machine Core, Doom Machine Saint and Doom Machine Finale, or Doom Machine Core and a Doom Machine Finale, some combination of those two. But yeah, if you're running a Jur deck, don't have small creatures. That will really screw you up in the late game. Also try to run 2 Mirror of Truths, because there's only an 80% chance that the first Mirror of Truth will activate, and you want to have a chance at another one. The common Jur deck is Mana and Dark. That way you can get Doom Machine Finale and Doom Machine Core, and you can, well, not necessarily Mana and Dark, but that's the common one for those. You can get Dark and Light as well. That's the other common one, is what I meant to say. Dark and Light, because then you can get a normal Mirror of Truth, and then you can get a Dark Mirror of Truth. But yeah, the newbie duelist and the Evgenia Palace Guard are going to have to be out of your hand before you play Jur, and that forces you to play both of those cards. And you don't really want any situation where you're forced to play cards. It's going to suck out your light resources, which means it's going to be a little bit more difficult to play Mirror of Truth, and it's going to suck out your green resources, which means obviously you can't deal with any captures that come out. So Tulia, what's my favorite Darkest Dungeon class? I kind of fluctuate, I'll be honest. Sometimes I think it's Jester class, and then sometimes I go, you know what? No, I really like, you know, the rogue with their ability to bleed, and then I go, no, you know what? No, I really like the cultist who can summon those things and pull, and then I go, no, what I like them all. I like them all. Praveen, I used this deck in December or January, and it took you to rank 10. In the monthly ranked arena, it took you into the top 10. Then you must have been going up against some really bad players, because, I mean, Jur are not that great to begin with, and this is a really scrappy Jur deck. I mean, it's fine. It'll get you into gold, absolutely no problem, and it'll probably get you into low platinum, but against gimmick decks, against aggro decks, against anybody who knows how to deal with Jur, they'll just shut that shit down immediately. Alexis, can you explain how Xeras works? Archmage Xeras, yes. He's the mana one that allows for free spells, if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay. So yeah, alright, so the way that it works is Xeras is generally accompanied by... Well, Xeras is usually a gimmick, right? Well, it's not usually, it's only a gimmick. You couple Xeras with Ultimate Reversal of Time. That's it. The idea is that you play Archmage Xeras whenever he is the target of a spell. So if anybody targets him with something, Holy Missile, Surprise Attack, Hunter, anything like that, he will just negate the spell. He's not immune to untargeted spells, so he's very, very vulnerable to Mukro Algesco, Amantur's Spell Summoning Circle, Cocoon Trap, Command Hunting, that kind of thing. So he's just generally not used anymore. After 3 turns, his ability will activate and go, ba-ding! Any mana spell that you play during the turn that that ability activates costs 0 resources. So the idea is you throw out, or it used to be, you throw out Xeras. Make sure that you have a counter to anything that could possibly hurt him. This was back in the days before there were so many counters to him. And then you just wait for 3 turns. As soon as his ability activates, you throw out Ultimate Reversal of Time for free. That reverses your opponent back to level 1, removes all of their cards back into the opponent's hand, and then you just win from there, because there's no way that anybody can accelerate from 1 to 3 again and win. So that's it. It's not viable anymore because it's just so easily beaten. Lilith beats it, so it's automatically shut down. Amantur's Blue Spell Summoning Circle, or Blue Spell Circle, beats it. Mukro Algesco beats it. Command Hunting plus a creature in front of him beats it. Xena can beat him. All kinds of cards can beat him these days. Situlia, is the Grim Reaper Clockwork deck, the Clockwork Reaper, still viable? Clockwork Reaper is still viable in the way that it has always been viable. In that, if you're running it against another gimmick deck, then it just kind of depends what gimmick deck you're running it against. And if you're going up against anybody else, you've got to be careful for capture. But apart from that, yeah. It's one of those decks, though, that 50% of the people who try it cannot pilot it. And then they blame me. And they post like a 5-paragraph thing ripping into my personal character because they can't pilot it. So it's not for everybody, and it's not a top-tier meta deck. But if you want something that can get you into platinum, yeah, it's still perfectly viable for getting you into mid to high platinum, provided you can pilot it. Some people just can't, and it's not a commentary on their skill. It just doesn't work for some people. Praveen, using Xeris is bad because people use Mukro. Yeah, or Amintor's Blue Spell Circle, which is more common these days. But yeah, it's too easily shut down these days. Which I'm kind of glad about, because you only ever saw him next to the Ultimate Reversal of Time, and it was a really annoying gimmick, because it's one of those things where you could be winning and outplaying your opponent, and they would still win because they just reverse you back to 0. Okay, friend request from Clarions and Kotaro-sama. So I will add you guys. If you send me a friend request during the live stream, I will always add you. If you send me a friend request outside of live stream times, I may not, because as you can see here, I've got 100 people waiting to be added. So Prince Eva, unfortunately, I have to remove you. I apologize. And and I can't read that. It's kanji. So, but I have to remove you as well. I apologize. Situlia, do I need light spell stone? I don't remember. If I'm being honest, I don't. I may still have the Clockwork Reaper saved. I'll just double check that. I don't remember what I said in my video. It was like a year ago. Let me just quickly check. Oh, I do. Here it is. So no, you don't need a light spell stone. Not the way that I created the deck anyway. Yeah, that was the deck that I created for the video, which is still perfectly viable. So no, you don't need a light spell stone. It's Alexis. Have time to talk about King of Prophets. Yep. You don't quite follow Gravecost stuff sometimes. Sure. Just let me know what your exact question is. I'll do my best to answer it. Mist, Arc, creature-only duel. I don't have a creature-only deck, but if you want to challenge somebody in the chat to a creature-only duel, I'm okay with that. The rule, of course, is no Lilith and no Xena in creature-only decks. Lee, can't really make sense of Magic Healer's description. We'll take a look at that too. Kodakun, it's you, Kotaro. Welcome. Earl Grey, what exactly does gimmick mean? A deck based on only one card or one combination? To a certain extent. There is a very fine line between combo and gimmick in Mabinogi Duel. The problem, which is because, and it is a problem, combo decks aren't really reliable. If anything takes more than 2 steps to activate in Mabinogi Duel, generally it ain't worth doing. It just won't work. Gimmick decks are the exception. They take multiple steps in order to make them function, but the entire deck is constructed around those steps. So there's no hard and fast rule of what a gimmick deck is. It's kind of a I know it when I see it sort of thing. Gates of Hell, double Nereva, double Lilith, for example. Gimmick deck, obviously. But the general rule is it has one single win condition. In Gates of Hell, of course, it is bringing out Gates of Hell. Once Gates of Hell is played, that's it. Your opponent wins. The person played it wins. The second one is that it requires no skill to pilot. It is simply going down a checklist. In the case of Gates of Hell, again, it's, discard, removal spell, discard, removal spell, Gates of Hell, boom, I win. If the steps get disrupted, then you lose. If the steps don't get disrupted, then you win. That is it. It is a binary formula. There is no sort of skill. There's no randomization. There's no counterplays here. If you manage to get your checklist completed, you win. And if you don't, you lose more often than not. And then the third one is that a gimmick deck is unbeatable if it is piloted by somebody who really knows how to play it. It is unbeatable by anything other than a dedicated anti-gimmick deck. So again, the current like super strong gimmicks, hardcore Lilith decks, they are unbeatable unless you anticipate that it is Lilith, and then you run the necessary cards in your deck in order to counter her. But if you're not running those cards, you cannot win. Whereas a deck like let's say my budget one that I'm still playing. This deck here, for example, is not gimmick. There's no single win condition. Any of these cards could win the game, and there's an awful lot of counterplay here. This is a skill-based deck. There's no checklist, there's no guaranteed win condition, there's no bits and pieces, and you require skill in order to pilot it. Not gimmick. However, the Clockwork Reaper is a gimmick because... I'll just open this up. Okay, because as you can see, the entire deck is geared around getting out the Grim Reaper and the Wine Clockwork. That is the entire point of the deck. It does nothing else, and it has very, very simple strategy. Book of Knowledge, up to level 2, Great Harvest, if you can bring them out, Grim Reaper, Wine Clockwork, and you win, provided your opponent doesn't have a capture. Or a Lilith or something like that. It's a little bit harder to pilot, but generally you can bring this thing out at level 2, and that's too early for anybody to bring out a Lilith. So this is a gimmick. Thanks for the explanation. Yes, it's a bit complicated, I'm aware, and nobody really quite agrees. Sort of this community used to have quite, shall we say, passionate debates with the unofficial Mabinogi Duel forum. We all had different ideas of what accounted for gimmicks. But as far as this community goes, whenever any of us here say gimmick, that's what we're talking about. So when I say no gimmick decks allowed in this live stream, I mean no decks like that. Generally, unless you have deliberately built a gimmick deck, it doesn't count as a gimmick deck because it's almost impossible to accidentally build one. But yes, what you're looking for is something with multiple win conditions, and that is as fun as possible to pilot. So I don't want to see any more Liliths. I'm so tired of Liliths. I mean, I beat them most of the time, but it's just, ugh. Anyway, Naimi Amine. Hello, welcome. Okay, so let's switch back to that old time rock and roll. This aggro Zad Falish deck that I'm currently piloting and having fun with. Not super meta viable, but it's still fun. And I'll be making a more sort of stable, less aggro-based variant on it, and probably we'll make a video on the variation of this, and it'll go up on Thursday. Probably. I also got 2 copies of Fabicia yesterday, so I may make a deck with her as well. It's Alexis. I wish we could share replays. We can, but not easily. You'd need to download what I'm using, which is OBS Studio. It's free, but yeah, that's basically the only way of doing it. And then you would need a, well, if you're using an emulator. If you're not using an emulator, you need to use screen recording software, and then you need to upload that to like Google Drive or Dropbox or something like that, and then you need to link that link to everybody else so that they can see your replay. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the only way to do it. It's really annoying. Miss Zero, 5-star only deck, no 5-star only. Now see, I'm not even sure I could run a 5-star only deck because I don't actually have that many 5 stars. See, that's all my 5 stars. I could literally just make a 5-star deck. And it would be awful. But it would include my warlords. Yay, warlords, ow, my back. Oh, Samurai Quack, help. Oh, good God. What the hell happened? All right. Anyway. Ow. Anyway. Yes. Let's, if anybody wants to fight me, please send me a battle request. If anybody wants to fight anybody else in the chat, please send each other battle requests. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll just throw this in here, I guess. Where's the rest of these? You only allowed 1 now? Really? Really? You only allowed 1 deck in the monthly? That doesn't seem right. No, surely I must have misclicked. I did not misclick. You can only run 1 deck? Seriously? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe if I put 1 in, they'll activate more. You should have at least 3. Yes, there we go. Oh, good. 3 deck slots. Thank God for that. They used to have like 3 little ticket things. I was like, what the hell is happening? No, 3 deck slots. Good. Whew, because I thought that would have been insane. Miss, you need to go to a chiropractor. Well, yeah, possibly. I actually do know a chiropractor. She's a lovely lady. Fantastic woman. But yes, so all of that, you know, I'm going to hold you like this. Now breathe in. I'm not breathing in. I know what you're about to do. Breathe in. Ah, you son of a... Naimi, would you rather buy packs or use the merchant cat store? If you know exactly what you're looking for, go for the cat merchant store. The problem is there's not really any really good ways of getting gold in the game. So kind of the way that it works out is you use your gems to pull booster packs. Then with the extra cards that you get, or any cards that you don't want, you sell those to the card exchanger, and then you use the gold you get from that to buy the cards that you really want from the cat merchant. It's kind of like a multi-step process. You can also like play the market and save up millions and millions and millions for buying stuff off the player store, but I haven't bought anything off the player store in like 2 years. The prices are ridiculous. But yeah, generally buy booster packs. If you happen to get some like five star or mutant cards, fantastic, great. You can't get those out of the cat merchant. The rest of the cards, if you don't want them or you've got extras, sell them to the card exchanger. Use that money to buy the cards that are actually really good from the cat merchant. As usual, I'm going to start making Mabinogi Duel videos again, and as usual, they're going to be as budget as possible. I'm going to try to make sure that you can buy the entire deck, if possible, from the cat merchant store. Sometimes the decks are, of course, going to have mutant cards in them, or they're going to have 5-star cards, because man, if I'm making like a Fabicia deck, Fabicia is a 5-star card. You can't get around that. But generally, I'll try to make them as budget as possible so everyone can buy everything they want from the cat merchant store. Mist, you can run 3, yes. Satulia, can't you just change it? I'm not sure. Change what? Naomi Funik is your username. You're ready to battle. Good. Okay. Well, if you want to battle me, send me a battle request. That's okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the gems. I really appreciate it. That's going to go towards cards, which go towards the videos. Yes. If you'd like to battle me, send me a battle request. That's fine. My Mabinogi Duel username is that. If you'd like to challenge anybody else in the chat, just say that as well, and we'll see if we can jump in with anybody. Naomi, thank you for the videos. I'm interested. Good. I hope other people will be as well. Earl Grey sent me some gems. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay, well, while we're sort of figuring out whether or not people want to fight me or each other, Lee, remember to explain the cards. Yes, well, I always do in all my videos. Yes. Also, yeah, now that you remind me about that, you said that you weren't entirely sure about Magic Healer. Satulia, I meant the submittees deck. The submitted deck, you can change the submitted deck for free up to silver, but I think when you're in gold or higher, you have to pay money to change it, and I can't afford to do that. The problem is I need to spend as much gold as possible, getting as many cards as possible, so that I can make as many videos as possible, which means I can't muck around in the monthly arena as a general rule. You know, every time I get up into platinum, I can't just then remove a deck and then replace it with a new one, because I'd have to do that 4 times a month. I'm just not that rich. Earl Grey, actually, your in-game name is fantastic. Earl Grey was already taken. Oh, interesting. A lot of people who are big fans of tea. Magic Healer. There we go. When it dies, reduces the grave cost of a card in your hand that has a grave cost by 1 every turn. Yeah, okay. So basically Magic Healer, while Magic Healer is in the grave, it will reduce the grave cost of any card you currently got in your hand by 1, 1, and 2 every turn. It's fine. I'm not really sure why you'd use it, but if you want some sort of grave manipulation, that's useful. It's Alexis. Is King of Profits a card for gimmick deck? It's not necessarily for gimmick decks, but it does work best in gimmick decks, yes. There was a King of Profits meta. I think it was King of Profits. Oh, I don't remember now. There was another card that went alongside it that was meta for a while. It was while I wasn't playing Mabinogi Duel, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. But there was a combination there that made King of Profits a meta kind of thing. He's okay, is the thing. I mean, he meets HP breakpoints at every level, which is nice. Which is, you know, he should, because he's expensive. When somebody turns the grave cost of all cards to 0, so don't run Pan and Lorna and things like that. You want as much benefit off this as possible, and you can like summon the dish, which is quite useful. He's workable in his standard state, but you kind of have to build around him. It just seemed weird. It is weird. So Julia, was there ever a good deck using grave cost abilities? Well, the best deck that manipulated grave cost. Oh, this hurts so bad. The best deck that manipulated using grave cost was Parnok +1. I think it was Parnok. It's either Parnok or Fiozenior, but I'm pretty sure it's Parnok. They haven't really been meta in so long, apart from the new Mind Canary, which is a pain in the ass. No, it must be Fiozenior. Fiozenior. I know that they mucked around with these cards a little bit, though. Oh, do I not have Fiozenior? That's not right. Yeah, I really don't have Fiozenior. How bizarre. Oh well, it's a gimmick card anyway. Basically, the idea was to use Fiozenior dealt damage equal to grave cost of a card that was played to the enemy heroes. The idea was to keep discarding share, bring her back, discard, bring her back, discard, bring her back, discard, bring her back. So you built up a grave cost as much as possible because she only costs 1 at every level. You could do it with the raccoon something, I think, maybe as well. And then you throw her out and it deals a shitload of damage to your opponent. It was kind of stupid. But it was very effective for a time. Not quite so effective now. But yeah, there's no real sort of like great grave cost decks, unfortunately. We've been calling for them for quite a while. But oh, another gift. Thank you so much, fantastic. I really appreciate it. I can, the more decks, the more booster packs I can pull, the more cards I can get, the more videos I can make. So I appreciate it. Naimi, you sent me a friend request, so I see. I will add you now. It's Alexis. I'll grab the deck I'm using him in, but I struggle. Okay, I'll take a look at it in just a second. Scroll all the way down to this waterfall list. Kaz, unfortunately, I have to get rid of you. I remember all these people from previous live streams. It's so sad that I have to delete them all now, but they haven't been around in, you know, months. So it goes. So it goes. Pretty sure I pressed accept. Oh, now it's working. Oh, no. It already worked. It just took its own sweet time. Okay. This is my deck, so I'm going to switch over to the test decks. Kota, I'll take a look at your deck code in just 1 second after Alexis's. 601. Oof, D217. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, interesting. Alrighty. Override current. Miss, what's the stream lineup for next week? Also, would you consider the RPGM stream successful? The stream lineup for next week is still going to be Mabinogi Duel Mondays and Fridays. We'll just keep doing that while that works. I think you sent me the wrong deck, maybe, Alexis, because this doesn't have Prophet in it. Yeah, and then on Wednesday, I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what the Discord wants to see. I may have another vote for that. And would I consider the RPG Maker stream successful? Actually, yeah, I would consider that successful. So we may do that again on Wednesday if there's enough interest. And we will actually create a game together. Everyone can tell me what they want, you know, what kind of setting they want, and everybody who's in the live stream on Wednesday will become a character in the game. And then I will compile the game, upload it onto Discord, and everybody can play it. In fact, I may not even upload it onto Discord. I may just upload it as a browser-based version, and then everyone can just go online and just play it online. We'll see what everyone wants. So, Julia, I'd watch you suffer at the Hamlet. Thank you so much. Alas, poor Samurai Quack. I knew him, Horatio. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching. It's Alexis, that's not yours. Is it not? No, it's not yours. How did I get that number from? Where did I get that code from? Am I an idiot? I might be. 601D217. Blame the pain. The pain? No, that's... Why is it doing that? Why is it doing 272 rather than 217? Oh, maybe something. Well, that's the code. Oh, 271, not 217. Aha! Leek, sounds great. The RPG Maker stream on Wednesday. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, the more people that say yes or no to something, the better idea I have this sort of thing. So 601 D271. There we go. Naomi, can I check your deck? Absolutely. Yes. Just there we go. 7117. Yeah, I got a bit confused there. Okay, here we go. King of Prophets. Right. Okay, I see it. My immediate thought is that you're actually working against yourself with the counterspell and the counter summon. The thing with King of Prophets is his ability gets stronger the higher the grave cost in your grave is, and in the enemy's grave, of course, is as well. So you actually you almost want your creatures to die. What I would suggest doing is putting creatures with on-death abilities into your game. So, into your deck. So, like Goblin Bomb Squads, Fire Zealots, things like that. So that when they die, they activate their ability, they do whatever it is that they do, ouch, oh no, they go into the grave, they generate the grave cost. Then the King of Prophets utilizes that grave cost to supercharge his special incense bowl dish thing. So if you go that way, you've actually got your enemy coming and going. You know, either they if they don't kill your creatures, and your creatures keep dealing damage. If they do deal your creatures, the creatures deal their on-death effect, go into the grave, and then the King of Prophet kind of feeds off that. Everything at that point starts to synergize in your deck. That being the case, you don't really want counterspell and counter summon, because that will prevent your opponent from killing things that are on your grave. So what you want is on-death abilities and AoE abilities. So the Hellhound's a good idea, but I'd also suggest instead of like counterspell, counter-summon, put in firewalls, maybe put in Trap in the Castle to help counter that. You know, the trap will go into the grave immediately, and then the traps will continue to kill enemy creatures. Maybe it's an idea. I haven't tried it. Don't necessarily take it as gospel, but maybe give it a go. Stuff like that is what I would suggest for this deck. Now, I haven't properly run King of Prophets myself, so I can't speak 100%, but that would be the way. And I think you've got, I think subconsciously at the very least, you kind of had that same kind of idea yourself, in that you've got the Undertaker in there. What I would suggest instead of the Undertaker, though, is Suspicious Peddler. I think that'll work out better. But yeah, give that a try. Earl Grey, you can only join on Fridays, unfortunately. That is sad. Well, the live streams are always archived, so feel free to watch the archived versions and leave comments and things, or just jump into the Discord and converse. Mist, is Monster Hunter going to steal DOS's spot because RPGM stole its spot? Probably. I'm loving Monster Hunter World. I really, really am. And they did a live stream in Japanese on Wednesday, and there's some amazing changes and adaptations and boosts and things coming out. I'm really, really loving it so much. So yeah, we may be seeing some very quick videos and things coming out of that, and maybe some live streams as well. I'll probably start doing it over the weekend, Monster Hunter live streams, but we'll see. Currently, Mabinogi Duel live streams are twice a week. They may move to once a week, depending on what the demand for Mabinogi Duel live streams are like. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so, Naimi, Alexis, thanks, yep, my pleasure. Earl Grey, could I comment on your 2 PVG decks? Yep, I will, I'm perfectly happy to, obviously, but I will say what I always say, which is, generally speaking, if you're not like too worried about it, if you just want to win and you're not really worried about win streaks and stuff like that, any PVG works. But if you're looking for something that'll, if you're looking for sort of comments on your deck about how to get them into 10 win streak plus, if they're not already doing that, then yeah, absolutely, no problem. Altered Zombie, Epimetheus is good with King of Prophets, right? I would say instinctively no, simply because of the cost, but I am just going to double check that. Altered Zombie. Yeah, okay, so attacks an enemy with a sum of HP and defense that is less than its attack. Doesn't change, does it? No. Summons a jumbled zombie every time it kills an enemy. When it dies, it resurrects by removing a friendly zombie creature on the battlefield. Yeah, okay, so actually no, for 2 reasons. One, its cost. It's huge. The chances of you being able to afford a 9-cost darkness and a 9-cost light, almost non-existent. Secondly, it only King of Prophets only synergizes with grave cost. Altered Zombie resurrects itself, so it doesn't generate a grave cost, and the friendly zombie creatures die, but he's the one that summons them, so they have no cost. They're not actually cards. They don't go into the graveyard, so they don't generate grave cost. So no, oh, that's Prometheus. Actually, Epimetheus, I don't know if I have Epimetheus. No, I don't have Epimetheus. I apologize, I've been talking on my arse for the last 2 minutes. Let me just quickly look that up. That's wrong. That's the Valve card game, which I am also looking forward to. Okay, I'm just gonna look this up. Epimetheus. We're chatting, just give me a second. Okay, let me just take a look at this. Deals 3 damage to random opponent whenever a zombie creature dies. If there are no opponent creatures, deals damage to the hero, sends 2 soul cards from the hand to the grave and resurrects. Well, again, my complaint about this cost still stands. It's still 789. You would need to couple it with zombie creatures, which you kind of don't want to do. The zombie creatures themselves also have soul stones, so they kind of resurrect themselves at level 3. Yeah, sends 2 soul cards from the hand as well to the grave and resurrect. I don't like that ability. I get that it generates grave cost, but it can also take the wrong 2 cards out of your hand. If you desperately need like a Hellhound or a Drag to Hell or an Arrow of Revenge, and it happens to throw them into the grave, you're like, shit, I needed that. I can't summon King of Prophets just yet. I really need it, but meh. But apart from anything else, 9 darkness resources and 9 light resources, that is just never going to work. You can't have more than one card, more than one creature card that costs like that kind of thing, that much at level 3. You just won't be able to afford it. Okay, yes, It's Alexis. Need more RPG Maker streams. Hint, hint. Okay, definitely Wednesday then, from what everyone's saying. RPG Maker streams. If there's enough demand, I can also do one over the weekend. Let me know. Earl Grey, or maybe they work in PvP. PvG and PvP decks do not intermingle. There's no such thing as a PvP deck that will get you into high platinum and will also get you 10 win streaks in PvG reliably. I'm sure it's possible to do it, but you're definitely going to be sacrificing an awful lot of play on one side or the other in order to make that work. Leak, nope, no 10 win streaks in the top 10 arenas, not without Natas, Liliths, Scathachs, Arishas, Segis. It can be tricky. It's not impossible, but yeah, there's a specific template you need to build around, and yeah, stuff like the Scathachs, Natas, Liliths, and stuff like that can definitely help save you. Earl Grey. Okay, so hold on. Arc. Fight my gimmick deck. It has no Lilith, no Gates of Hell. Dare you to use L. If it has no Gates of Hell, then why would I use L? Unless it's like an Orperian Nereva gimmick deck. Anyway, I'm not fighting gimmick decks. Nobody wants to fight gimmick decks. They're boring as hell. Okay, so Earl Grey. First is a Dras deck. Dras is always good in PvG. D275. Ow, my back. Okay, let's take a look. Over right. With RPG Maker, I think I mean, will RPG Maker be the first thing to make weekend streams a thing? Who knows? Select what PvG stands for. Player versus Ghost. That's what it stands for. Whoops. And share. No, I'm not fighting a goddamn gimmick deck. I already beat Praveen using a frickin' Lilith today. I'm no mood. Okay, so PvG. Hidden Spider, interesting choice. Goblin Bomb Squad, Hunt, Surprise Attack, Nata, Trap in the Castle, Fire Emission, Mino, also interesting choice. Nana, Capture, Scathach, and Dras +1. Okay. Yeah. I kind of get it, but you're also letting PvP stuff creep in here. So Hidden Spider I've never really been convinced of in PvG, I must be honest. Ambush Vine, yes. Depending on the current PvG meta, but Hidden Spider, the problem is a Hidden Spider is usually used as a predicted reaction in PvP. You play a creature, you know there's a good chance your opponent's going to remove it with a spell, so you've got a Hidden Spider in the grave. That way it's win-win for you. They either use a spell, remove your creature, you get Hidden Spider, or they don't use a spell, in which case Hidden Spider remains in there and your creature remains on the field. The problem is the AI is so stupid that you cannot anticipate spell usage. You've got no idea what the AI is going to do half the time because it's a blithering idiot. So the Hidden Spider can hang out in your grave for a really, really long time and then come out at the worst possible goddamn moment. I ran Hidden Spider a few times in PvG while I was testing it out when it first came out, and I would sometimes put it in early expecting a spell usage from the AI. The AI wouldn't use it. I would be like, okay, well, that's kind of stupid, but it's AI, whatever. And then I would think, okay, well, now I have enough, because I know this guy's about to bring out a Doom Machine, but I have enough for a capture, no big deal. And then they cast a spell, and then they cast their big creature, and I was like, crap, because the Hidden Spider came out, now I no longer have the resources for capture. So Ambush Vine is okay because the AI is always way more creature happy than it is spell happy. I'm still not 100% sure about Ambush Vine, personally speaking, but I'm really not sure about Hidden Spider. But your mileage may vary. If you find that it's really, really working out for you, by all means, keep it. Beastkin Mino, I don't like in that deck. Again, I'll be honest, generally the idea with Mino, apart from the elf, is to get a +1 Mino, so that when you play it at level 3, it's immediately ready to transform. There's no kind of wiggly wobbliness on that. The problem is that you don't really want any +1 cards, because you want your resource cost to be as low as possible, because when you're up at the 10 win streaks and approaching that, you start out with basically no resources. Your opponent starts out with all the resources. You just can't afford high-cost spells. Personally, I would remove Beastkin Mino and replace him with Holy Spear. Holy Spear is always a good oh shit button for PvG. Always. Naimi, did I comment on your deck? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes. But if you didn't hear it, post it again and we'll go back to it. Monsieur Devil's Lie needs more play. I love Devil's Lie. It's a fantastic card. It's Alexis, you gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully see you for the next one. Mace, you think you're trying to make a Lilith counter? What, with this one? This isn't a Lilith counter deck. So yeah, I would replace Mino, personally speaking, with a Holy Spear. Holy Spear is just a really nice oh shit, and also it masks your deck. If you've got Holy Spear, your opponent has no idea what your ghost is running. But if you're running Mud Hero Dross +1, they're going to see that, and they're going to go, okay, I know to anticipate a Mud Hero Dross, so I know to play around that. Persona Nana, I'm not sure what the thinking is there. I would definitely replace Persona Nana with another Goblin Bomb Squad or a Fiery Zealot. You can never have too many of those things. They are phenomenally useful for shutting down the early game. Again, maybe your mileage may vary. Maybe you're having an awful lot of luck with Persona Nana, but I've always found double bomb squads to be very, very useful. If I'm not running double bomb squads, there's generally a very specific reason why I'm not running double Goblin Bomb Squads. Oh, right, you mean make it a... You mean Devil's Lie. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Devil's Lie, decent. Devil's Lie was a fantastic counter for a while. I forget its exact thing. Paralyzes a target enemy. If cancelled, it turns target enemy into an ally. Yeah, okay. So when it goes next to Nereva's, or if the other person has a counter spell in it, that's what I was thinking of. It was a Nereva counter, because Lilith didn't exist when Devil's Lie came out. As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty damn sure about that. But yeah, it was a Nereva counter at the time. Earl Grey, you really like Nana. The AI usually does not get how she works. That's true, but she's very expensive, and her return on investment is not great. The other issue with it is every turn it moves to the slot where it would receive the least damage is okay, but sometimes you really want your creatures to block the enemy creatures. By the time you hit like the 9th win streak and you're working on your 10th, you start with like 15 HP, and your opponent is starting damn near up near 30. Your entire play by the time you hit 10 win streaks has got to be defensive. It's defensive, and Persona Nana is kind of the exact opposite of defensive. She will always move out of the way of the opponent's creatures, which actually works out really well for your opponent, because they get like a little shot through, boom, hey, fantastic, the creature that was blocking them, no longer there, boom, damage. I mean, again, if it's working for you and you really like it, by all means keep it. You can work around anything in PvG, but honestly, her effect is helping your opponents, not hurting them. Scathak is great, of course. Mud Hero Dross +1. I would just go for normal Mud Hero Dross. Dross +1 doesn't survive anything that a normal Dross doesn't already survive, and it doesn't kill anything that a normal Dross doesn't already kill. So the mutant, of course, is also dropping your starting HP by 1, and that's not good as a general rule. Again, defensive, keep as many resources, as much HP as you possibly can. You don't want to start with any less HP than you're already starting with when you're up at the 10 win streak. So a normal Mud Hero Dross would I think work out better. Mino into Holy Spear to mask your deck and also work as an oh crap, everything's gone wrong button. And I would seriously think about changing Nana to another Golden Bomb Squad and maybe switching out that Hidden Spider for something that's a little bit more reliable. Ambush Vine is fine. Even a Growth Vine is okay. An Elf I've generally found useful both for offense and for just sometimes throwing in front of an enemy creature while you build something up. Also, by packing a Holy Spear in there, it makes for an excellent turn 1 discard. If you start out with 1 light, for example, but you're pretty damn sure your opponent's about to flood his freaking field, discard Holy Spear. That will give you immediately 2 light. On your next turn you will get 3 light because you always go first. On your next turn you get 3 light and you're guaranteed to be able to drop Trap in the Castle. 80% of the time when I played PvG, the first move I ever made was to discard Holy Spear into the grave, just so that I could be guaranteed to getting out a Trap in the Castle or a surprise attack. Nana, Nata, Leek. No, Nana. She. Nata is a he. Leek, has the Harut and Marut deck coming together? It just isn't. I'm still working on it, but... great, thanks for the advice. I hope it helps. Again, don't take the things that I say as gospel. Everybody has their own style of play. These are just things that I have learned by playing over the last, like, 2 or 3 years. However long it's been now. But I've still seen people take decks into the arena that I was like, what? How the hell was that work? And they still managed to absolutely dominate with it. A large part of the game is personal playstyle. So maybe make the changes I've suggested, give them a try, but don't be afraid to go your own way. Praveen, I don't see creative decks anymore now as I used to see it 1 to 2 years back. Yeah, it's a problem, especially in PvP. PvG's always been a little bit stale, but PvP's always been a big, big deal. Okay. Earl Grey, here's your second deck. Okay. 601. Where are we? Oh, D281. Alrighty. Save that. Overwrite. It's looking very busy. Let's take a look. It's a Lilith deck, probably not gimmick by your definition. Oof. Okay. Yeah, no, that's definitely not gimmick. Wow. Yeah, my immediate thought here looking at this is that is not going to get you 10 win streak in PvG. Way too expensive. Way too heavy. Yeah. Very heavy. Very heavy. You've got Trap in the Castle for an early game block. Drag to Hell is of course very good. Card Appraiser is tricky, especially when you get up into the top 10, because the opponent starts out with so many resources that they often just drop like an Albi, just boom, or an Albi +1, boom, or I mean, hell, I've had somebody drop a Doom Machine on the second turn in PvG. Missed, who are your top 10 waifus? Doesn't need to be in order, I have no idea. But yeah, that's way too resource heavy on the far end. If you're when it comes to PvG, if you're going to weight your deck to either end of the ramp, you want to weight it to early game, because by the time you hit win streak 9, 10, if you can survive the first 5 or 6 rounds, then you'll find that your resources are actually evening out with your opponent, because your opponent is an AI, he plays stupid. So you have to survive like the first 5 or 6 rounds. So you need a lot of early game defensive stuff. So Trap in the Castle is great. Drag to Hell is great. I used to use a white Drag to Hell, and that way I used to run white Trap in the Castle, white Drag to Hell, and Holy Spear, and that way I could discard the Holy Spear and I was guaranteed the Drag to Hell or the Trap in the Castle depending on how my resources fell, which meant that no matter what my opponent dropped on the first round, I had an answer to it. So if he dropped an Albi +1 on the first round, Drag to Hell. If he dropped a low creature, Trap in the Castle. So yeah, try to weight it towards early game defense. You try not to have more than one big finisher. You don't need more than one big finisher in PvG. The AI doesn't know how to play around finishers anyway. So like Scathach is great, Segi's really good, that kind of thing. But just pick one. For the most part, your deck should not really have any cards that cost more than 4 resources at level 1. And most of them should cost 1, 2, 3 resources, that kind of thing. The 4 resources should be for the finishers or for the AoEs. Holy Spear being the exception, but that's you use that partially for guaranteed light gain rather than necessarily a spell. And by the end of the game, if you need the oh shit button, then the difference between 7 and 8 resources really doesn't make any difference. So you're not really screwing yourself over on that. Kodakun, can I check? Yes. 601 D270. There we go. Now I'm going to assume, unless told otherwise, that the decks people ask me to check are for PvP. But if it's for PvG specifically, please do let me know. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Okay, alright, no, I get the general idea here. Okay, so, yeah, Magic Missile, Ice Bolt, Surprise Attack. Forest Fire is an interesting choice. Removal spells. Yeah, okay, no, I get the idea here, but there's a few changes that need to be made. Earl, thanks a lot for the advice, really helpful. I'm glad it helped, honestly. I mean, as I give advice, yeah, I mean, it's all based on years of experience, but it also all comes with a caveat. Don't just follow what I say, you know, please do feel free to disagree and try to go off in your own direction. That's how we get new metas and things. We all learn by all of us trying different things and seeing what works. So yes, all right. So no, I see the general idea here. The transformations in order to charge up Nerva. It's yeah, this is like a fairly standard baseline idea. Couple of issues with it though. Number one, Forest Fire, not great. Flame Emission is better. Number two, Counterspell, not a good idea. You have Nerva. Don't run Counterspell and Nerva. Nerva is there to be Counterspell. Number two, Beastkin Mino standard version just isn't very good. Your opponent can easily remove him for half of his cost on the turn that he's played. So Beastkin Mino +1 is fine, but if you're running Beastkin Mino +1, don't run Jane and Taeon at the same time. You currently have 3 finishers and a high cost utility card, and that is double the amount that you should really have. Nerva's sort of a necessary card next to Jane. She's not necessary next to Mino. Mino protects himself at +1, so you don't need Nerva for that. You might want to round to protect from Mukro and Blue Spell Summoning Circle, but at that point you're getting really tricky anyway. So yeah, Mino's just not going to work. The Taeon is arguing with the Jane, which is a problem. So if I were you, I would remove Beastkin Mino and then make either Jane or Windblade Taeon into light variations. My personal recommendation would be light Jane rather than gold Jane, because you're going to want to bring Jane out and you're going to want to bring Nerva out. So your gold and your mana are going to be the 2 resources you're going to focus on building up, which leaves light, not gold, light and mana if Jane is light. So light and mana is going to be what you focus on building up towards, which means you can keep gold as kind of your defensive removal stuff. So you can use Goblin Bomb Squad, Flame Emission, Paralyzing Bullet. You can use gold to control the battlefield while you try to save up light and mana in order to bring out Jane and Nerva. That would be my advice. Bearing in mind that these days this kind of transformation to charge up Nerva deck doesn't really work, because again Lilith just shuts that shit down immediately. So it's a problem. If you wanted a chance to deal with that, you're also slightly unbalanced. Too much mana, not enough light. So if you wanted a chance to deal with that, remove Counterspell, change Ice Bolt to Freeze Summon to protect against Lilith, and then change Beastkin Mino for maybe a Holy Missile if you want, or Trap in the Castle if you find that your early game stuff isn't good enough, or a Crusader so that you have a nice drop if you choose not to go with the Book of Knowledge route, or you want something at level 2. But yeah, something like that, I would say. Missed RPG Arc channel in Discord when? Actually, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, I mean, if there's any interest in it, I'll ask in the Discord if there's any interest in an RPG channel. And if there is, I'll create one tonight or tomorrow morning. Calpesh, you're here. Welcome. So yeah, that would be my advice to that. I like Jane Nereva decks. They're fun. I actually have a video on a Jane, I think it's actually a gold Jane Nereva deck that worked very well. But Lilith really shuts it down right now, so just be aware that it's not. It's fun and it's definitely viable, but it's not going to get you into the top 10 kind of thing. Not without a lot of grinding. Naomi, I'll check your deck now. Kota, okay, thanks. Yep, well, I hope it helps. Again, you know, try what I suggest, but if you find that it doesn't work for you, feel free to disregard all of my advice. Mist, what's the longest you ever had a stream last? Let's go for a new record. We are actually, you know, doing quite well. I mean, the longest stream we've ever had has probably been the tournaments, because those lasted like 3.5, nearly 4 hours, I think sometimes. We're not going to make it. We're not going to do that this one. Maybe if we start having weekend streams, especially if we have RPG Maker weekend streams, I can see those lasting like all day. I can see us doing like, you know, 48-hour streams or something like that for fun. But yeah, this one's not gonna reach 4 hours. Calpesh, you're up for a battle. Good, good. Kodakun, you got your frog transformation for Lilith. By the time Lilith is out, Jane and Nereva are already beaten. So, and they're not going to bring Lilith out until you bring out your big cards, and the cards that you had beforehand weren't good enough to deal enough damage. So your opponent could simply outlast you, play their little creatures, and they would beat you that way. Turn to Frog is not a Lilith counter. Free summon is okay. Your opponent will generally know that it's coming, but it's okay as a Lilith counter. But yeah, I mean, generally these days, I mean, the best Lilith counter is just don't overplay your field. But unfortunately, with you, the core of that deck was like Jane and Nereva, so you have to bring them out. But then Lilith kills them. Naomi, okay, thank you. Yep. Calpesh sub battles. Yes, we did sub battles earlier. You are very late, 2 hours and 20 minutes late to be precise. But if anybody wants to do sub battles with Calpesh, please comment in the chat. Miss, do I work from at home? Yes, I do. Not all the time, but yes, right now I do. When I was in Japan, obviously I was teaching kindergarten. You can't do that from home. I get arrested. Okay, so what do we got here? Witch Xena. I do like Witch Xena. Paralyzing Bullet. Imp, Goblin Bomb Squad, Wanderer Emmy, Nepar, Whale Shark, Counterspell, Death Sentence, Mirror Combat, Internal Conflict, Hellhound I like, and Xena is nice. Okay. Alright, so there's some good cards in here. There's also some not so great cards in here. So Paralyzing Bullet is nice. Imp is good. Golden Bomb Squad is good. Hellhound is good. Xena's fine. She's basically like Lilith's little sister these days. She's a less good Lilith, so but still fun. And not as freaking annoying to try to fight. Nacho, you're not the only one late. No, a lot of late people. Mist, what do I do for food? I buy it. Calpesh, can we have one? You can have, I mean, you can have a sub battle if somebody wants to fight you, or you can challenge me to a fight. That would also be okay. Mist, Calpesh want to battle my gimmick deck. It has no Lilith, and he dares you to use L. Yeah, okay. All right. So what am I looking at here? Okay, so Xena, this we can shunt this around. You know what? Let's actually do this manually. It would make it easier to explain, because this is not a deck with like a core concept. This is an adaptive deck, which I like. I really like adaptive decks. But let's deal with this. So first of all, as you can see, we've got nothing here for early game dark, so we need to get rid of it. We need to deal with that. So Death Sentence is just a bad dark card. Never use Death Sentence unless you're running a gimmick. unless you're running a gimmick deck and like Gates of Hell or something. In that case, you can shut it down. So switch that out for Drag to Hell. That's way, way, way better than Death Sentence. Death Sentence gets insanely expensive later on. Mirror combat, also not a great idea. Because almost always, in fact, it's like 99.9% of the time, the opponent's going to have more HP than it has attack value. So you're not going to kill it. And the current meta does not favor high attack value cards. It favors Lilith, who doesn't have a super high attack value. Certainly not enough to kill anybody that she's normally played next to. So instead of mirror combat, we need something for early game. Let's run Skeleton. You could also go with Suspicious Peddler. I just go for Skeleton as a general rule. I won't use my my Halloween Skeleton, we'll just use the standard one. Suspicious Peddler would also be perfectly a-okay. Cool, you're here, need some decent decks. Well, we can run through some in a second, don't worry. Leech, not even in Gimmick, just use Witch Hunt. Also good, yeah, Witch Hunt is very good as well. I see people still using Death Sentence from time to time. If they want to, if they're planning on bringing out like something in level 2, they'll generally just pack the darkness with, you know, Drag to Hell, Death Sentence, Witch Hunt, blah 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 blah. So they just try to pack everything in there and then use it whenever they like. But yes, I mean, as Lee says, Witch Hunt is also a good one. Miss, take a screenshot of all your cards and post them into Discord. No, that would take forever. I have like 200 pages of cards. So we know what you can make. No, I can make, just assume that I can make it. Okay, so yes, that's looking a lot nicer now. So we have the finisher in Xena, we have a nice little fairly low cost AoE in Hellhound, we have a untargeted removal in Drag to Hell, and we have an early game creature drop in Skeleton. So let's look at mana now. Counterspell rather, I don't like it, but if you like it, we'll keep it in. Imp we can keep in if you like. My personal favorite for blue these days is Kadir's Flying Sword. I find it gets better value because it becomes either a 3-4 or a 2-5, which is actually, you know, it can work out quite nicely. But we'll keep Imp if you like Imp. Okay, now Whale Shark, I just wouldn't, personally speaking. It's just, I mean, +2 defense every turn, up to 4, means you can get a maximum of 310. Still doesn't save him from anything that would otherwise kill him. So we'll remove that and put in a Magic Missile because you want removal, especially in the early game. So let's do that. You could also, if you find that you don't use Magic Missile very much, you could replace that with a Mana Vampire +1, but if you're going to do something like that, then I would personally strongly advise the Counterspell being replaced instead. Also, you have too many golds, so let's just get rid of one of those. So, assuming that you don't have something expensive like that, let's go for the blue spell circle, because that's a phenomenal card. And we'll drop that in there as well. Good. Okay. So that's darkness and blue dealt with. Now we deal with gold. So Paralyzing Bullet, I really like that. That's fine. Golden Bomb Squad, I really like that. That's fine. Emmy's not great. Very easy for your opponent to manipulate. All they need to do is put down something that has less than 6 HP value, and they get your Emmy. And then, I mean, if you're using it for stealing something like a Lilith, they'll just wait until it switches over again, then they'll kill it. Better idea is to go for something like a Goblin Shredder. Or, which may be better. In fact, no, actually, we'll go with Goblin Shredder, and that's a better creature. That way you're completely protected against low-cost creatures, and you can deal with any nature creatures that come your way. Internal Conflict, not great idea, again, because it's far too situational, and your opponents generally don't die to it. Always, if you're looking for AoEs, always go for Flame Emission. There we go. Okay, so now you can see we're looking so much better, so much better. So this is the Xena deck. So now you have creatures to drop on the early game, either offensively in the case of Imp and Skeleton, or defensively in the case of Golden Bomb Squad and Goblin Shredder. You have a Paralyzing Bullet to take care of low-value creatures, as well as Magic Missile. You've got Drag to Hell in case they bring out anything super unpleasant in the early game. You've got Counterspell, which I'm not personally totally thrilled by, but if you like it, by all means keep it. Amantur's Blue Spell Circle to deal with annoyingly large creatures. Flame Emission for the AoE. Hellhound as utility AoE and a good attack value. And Xena for shutdown. Xena also, of course, works out really well next to Hellhound and, you know, Goblin Shredder and all this other kind of stuff. She hypnotizes them. The Goblin Shredder comes down, murder. Hellhound comes out, murder. It works out really nicely. So, that is the changes I would advise you to make to the Xena deck. Again, bear in mind that she's Lilith's little sister, so she's not as good, but you can still have a lot of fun with this particular deck. Okay, so let me see. I'm paying much attention. Okay, Cook will try to make a Mino deck. I'll come back to that. Mist will battle, but tell me gimmick is okay. Praveen hates May. Okay. May and Puppeteer Zard are quite the same, but May's ability is too OP. It's not really OP, but it's pretty strong. Cowpish can take any challenge, so gimmick is okay. Your playstyle, yes, playstyle is control. Gimmick deck is burn. There's Jiren. Okay, all right. So yes. Anyway, I hope that helped with that Xena deck. Now we will take a look at the... Where the hell was it? I cannot find... Ah, there we are. The Mino deck. Okay. So find deck with code. This is from Kukul. Ouch. Back 601 CF5D. Okay. And overwrite. And share. Okay. Oh, good God. What the hell is that? Wow. Okay. Jesus. All right. I have no idea where to begin. That is very weird. All right. So the idea is, I assume, to use Wind Clockwork onto Mage Miro. Oof. Naimi, thanks for making this game better. I hope that I have. I hope that that people are getting at least some benefit off this. Cookie, you're bad. It's not bad. It's a fun idea, but woof, there is a lot that you were trying to do in one deck there. I mean, I get it. I get it, and it's funny. It's not going to work. The thing is, I mean, Miro doesn't meet HP breakpoints, so by coupling him with Wind Clockwork, you're speeding it up so that on the following turn he'll freeze all opponent creatures, but your opponent's just going to go, so what, and remove him with a hunt, or a surprise attack, or a command hunting, or an Amantur's Blue Spell Circle, or a Turn to Frog, or a Cocoon, or literally anything. His HP sucks. And you can't protect him because you can't really think that you're going to be able to play Miro and Counterspell and Wind Clockwork at the same time without having an awful lot of problems. So, I mean, the idea, I assume, is, you know, remove everybody with Ambush, then make sure you have Counterspell in the grave, then play Miro, then play Wind Clockwork on him. It's too many steps. And he's just not that good. Even if his ability activated, freeze all opponent creatures every 3 turns. So what? Really, that's not a great move. It's just a bad ability on a bad HP card that costs way too much. I have no idea why he's so expensive. So yeah, I get it, but there's not really anything I can do to improve on that deck because it just isn't going to work. Miro just doesn't work. Cowpesh can't type in Nox because of VPN. Really? What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. That's weird. Yeah, it's odd. You forgot Cowpish's hygiene. Arkelp. Do I remember? Kengi08. Kengi08. Kukul, I'll add you in just a second. He's not online. But yes, if I remember correctly, it's Kengi08. Oh yeah, well, I need to remove somebody, don't I? Down we scroll, down we scroll, down we scroll, down we scroll. Okay, and Siloa has to be removed. I apologize, Siloa, but gone for 32 days. Person at the bottom is always removed. And add Kukul. There we go. All right. Good. Okay, done, done, done. Man. Whew. All right. Kalpesh is challenging Kur. I think he means Kugel. Not 100% sure. I do not know. Okay. So yeah, it's fun, I get it, but yeah, that's not going to work. It's a shame, I wish more of the cards were viable. I don't know why they bother putting in half of the ones that they do. Okay, so Mist and Kalpesh and everyone is trying to... Kalpesh is desperately trying to sort out a sub-battle here. Leek, your back hurts now. What have you done to me? I'm drinking Arc Juice, and so it's trying to take any weakness in me and put it into somebody else, and then it will take somebody else's strength and put it into me. So if anyone finds that they suddenly can't play the piano anymore, this is why. Mist, so, you know, Kalpesh, I thought you were going to fight me. Yeah, Kalpesh. You can't challenge someone to a duel, man, and then ignore them. That's so cool. That's uncool, man. Okay, let's see, we got another thing. A gift from Kugel. Thank you very much, Kugel. I appreciate it. In fact, I've gotten so many gem gifts now, I think we might be able to do another little booster pull. Not you, Scamcat. You're not a booster. I'm not pulling you. Go away. Yes, shoo, shoo, shoo. Okay, yeah, we can pull another couple boosters. Let's pull another couple boosters. Purchase 5? No, I just want to purchase 2. Why are you so mean to me? Let me designate how many boosters I want to pull. Family War, Eugenia Palestes, Golden Garden Apple Tree, Voodoo Flower Sylvia, and Shipwreck Spirits. So, Shipwreck Spirits is alright. But apart from that, nothing really great in there. Leek, is the juice self-made or... Well, we shall say that it is. It is not from a store. Whether I make it by hand or simply summon it into being using my eldritch powers, well, I'll leave that for you to decide. Ah, cripes, my back hurts. Missed. Arc is using D4C Love Train confirmed. JoJo reference, read Steel Ball Run. Okay. I have no idea what any of those words meant. Alright, so yeah, nothing great there. In fact, from now on, honestly, I think I've gotten all of the good cards. I've gotten Lilith, I've gotten Fabicia, and all the rest of it. So I may actually start saving up my gems now until they have another booster set or a new EXT thing. Kalpesh, can't see Arc online. I don't know why. We added you in the previous live stream. You're not online. Are you in Duel of Summoners? Because you should be in Mabinogi Duel. It's different. Kalpesh, can I delete you and add you again? I guess? But I suspect you're not in Mabinogi Duel. So let me know first that you're in Mabinogi Duel, and then I will delete you and re-add you. Okay, we'll switch back to this for a cool thing. You have an old one that somehow worked. Oh, my back. 601 D28B. Whoops, that's an enter. I don't want that. Alrighty then. Leek, in before I won't get a single Gumiho, but you'll get her with your only booster you can afford. I'm not that lucky. I'm never that lucky. I'm alright in other card games, you know, I can pull stuff that I want, but in Duel Links and Mabinogi Duel, I never pull what I want. Okay. Yeah, alright. Odd. I can kind of see that working. Kind of. Yeah, that's a weird one. Not something I would advise people use, but I can see it. Beastkin Arthur into the Bestial Fruit. Shield Bearer probably onto the Growth Vine to keep it alive. Don't want to put Shield Bearer next to Wanderer Emmy because your opponent's just going to take her. Throw Bomb for Disruption. Watcher the Forest Genie, decent if your opponent's not using Nature. You can capture Golden Bomb Squad, Elf, Hidden Spider, Surprise Attack. All these are always good. Oh, yeah, odd. Next, you've got a deck as well. All right, let's take a look. Take a look. Ow, my bag. 601 D28A. I swear I've typed in these things before, but obviously not. Kugel, it worked before. Haven't used it in ages. Well, yeah, I mean, I can see it. Mage 39 years old. Nice. Oh, I see. All right. Oh yeah, Wine Clockwork. Where's your barter though? I mean, I assume the wind clockwork is for mage 39 years old, but in that case, you want to put it on your opponent's side of the field. How are you getting mage 39 to your opponent's side of the field? Yeah, how are you? I'm confused. That's a betrayal, not a barter. Polymorph. Are you trying to? Is it based on polymorph? But it's a lower cost than this spell. Does this grow harder? 4, 6, 8. Is that what this is? Yeah. Okay. So the idea is what? To get up to level 3, 2 or 3. Drop mage 48. Polymorph your opponent's card into mage 39 years old, and then drop a wind clockwork on him. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. Yeah, that's funny. I like it. And then Telkaka and these others for early. So I assume the mage 39 is really got to go out at level 2 because you got nothing for mid game beyond that trig. So yeah, no, I like that. That's funny. That's funny. Ouch. Yes, Kalpajun, Mabinogi Duel or Duel of Summoners. It's a different thing. Leek, you have 3 light bestial fruits. Anyone interested? Nobody wants your bestial fruit, Leek. We don't swing that way. Nick's posted it game, so yeah, I'm taking a look at it. I like it. It's a very funny deck. Kalpesh needs your IGN to add you. Kalpesh's in-game name is KENGI08 in Mabinogi Duel. But I think he's in Duel of Summoners. Because I know that I added him as a friend in the last live stream, and I don't think it will have glitched out before then. Or since then, rather. So these things are normally... No, they're sometimes... alphabetical, oftentimes not. This is such a stupid idea to have grey writing on a white background. Just making sure I do have Kengi here, but ugh, yeah, my eye is hurting. Kalpesh, Mabinogi Duel. I should be in here then, dude. The old game, it have bug. Okay. As I say, Kengi 08. I don't know how to I mean, in order to delete, I'm gonna have to like search through this entire freaking thing. It seems like that's gonna make my eyes really tired. I'm just gonna add it again. You will need to delete me and re-add me. Oh, Kengi. So many problems. Right, well I didn't delete, I just re-added, so there he is now. Yeah, it's having some sort of glitch. So there it is there, Kengi08. Okay, Kukul, another weird but interesting deck. Alright, let's take a look at that while Kengi sorts himself out. 6, ouch, my back 6-0, 1D, 28, E. And save, and overwrite. This looks like a double color deck. Yeah, well, yes, kind of. No, it's a triple color deck, actually. Okay, no, I see it. Alright, so, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Dark Fairy Yomi's not great. Beast Kimino would be better as a +1, and the Vampire would be better as a mana +1. But, yeah, no, I can see that. Oof. It's got a solid baseline with Kadyr's Flying Sword, the Hermit Share +1, Holy Missile, Surprise Attack, well, the Ice Bolt's kind of meh. But Firebolt, some Vampire's fine, and then obviously Cell Sulfur building up, so yeah, that's decent. Again, a couple of changes I'd make in order to optimize it, but yeah, decent deck. Decent deck. Kalpesh, guys, re-add me. Arc Now Online, yep, because I just re-added, I just did add friend Kengi08. Requested a friendly duel. I guess. Sure, let's use the budget thing. While Nix and/or missed, I said let's use the budget thing. Where is it? Oh, poop. I've lost my... Oh well, I'm going to have to use my old budget deck. I don't know where the Zad Felish one is. Wow, wow. Cabbage duel missed. Do you want to duel my gimmick burn deck or my tempo deck? Every time you say burn deck, I think it says bum deck. Hello. Oh, shoot, I'm using the wrong hero for this. Oh, this all went completely wrong from the start. I couldn't find the Zad Felice deck that I wanted to use. After this, make sure that you've added Kalpesh again, Mist. Kengi08, Kengi08. Make sure you've re-added him. And then do it again. Yeah, I'm going to lose this one immediately. We're both using the L hero, and I have two trap creatures. Okay. No problem. Miss, you sent a friend request already. Good. Hopefully he's added it. Exciting, says King. Yeah. Oh, man. I wish it was a little easier to find the deck that you wanted to find in when you're starting up these things. They're not sorted by folder, which is annoying. When in doubt, pick Sarah. I do like Sarah, I must admit. Elephant comes out. That's good. Bye-bye, Hefflump. And we're ready to level up. Sarah was my favorite way back when, and then they nerfed her, and I stopped using her. And then they buffed her a little bit again, and I started using her again, and then they nerfed her again. So I stopped using her so much. Also, Mist apparently sent him the Fiend request. I've just noticed. That's when you summon a demon, and then you get that demon to go off and send messages. When in doubt, slam the Fene button. Also an idea. Well, that is in no way what I wanted to wanted my resources to go into. When in doubt, slam that Fene. Okay. Since I've got exactly the wrong hero for this, I'm just going to play quite aggressively, and that way either we'll win very quickly or we'll lose very quickly, but either way it'll be over. That's fine. I got no problem with that. What are we looking at in terms of removals? Your turn now. Yeah. It's always this long pause on Kengi's end. His internet's never been the best. Kukul is ready to duel. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So if anybody would like to duel, sub-battle rather, Kukul, that's his in-game name, Kukul. Out comes Hunter Piolet, out comes the Ambush Vine. So the Piolet is not going to work, but the elf is going to kill my Kadir's flying sword. I don't know what that accent is. Don't ask. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. Boom, boom, boom. Adne? Opponent accumulated resources. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more in order to make that operate. Not really sure what I want to do here, honestly. There's a bunch of options. Let's keep the pressure up, I think. That's a little better. All my resources have been going into darkness. It's no good to me. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, Mr. sent Kukul a friend request. Oh, God, my back. Oh, man. Oh, I wish I lived somewhere where I could have a bath. Oh. Leek, you need to go now, sadly. That's a shame. But then, I mean, this has been going on way longer than it should have been. Oh, Taylor Michelle. That's awesome. I like Taylor Michelle. But alright. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hopefully you can make it to the one on Monday. Yeah, leveled up to 3. Goodbye forever. I'll see you in hell. And so many choices. So many. Not optimal, but screw it. Continuing to chip away with, just kind of like really hammering away at each other's HP here. See you. Bye. Kukul's ready after this match. Mist wants to know, Kukul, if you want to duel is gimmick burn or tempo deck. Dealer's choice. Oh, Magician Master Field. It's a big flood deck, this one. I can dig it. I can dig it.
Opponent accumulated resource. Opponent chose to charge resource.
Alrighty.
Recalled used cards from the grave.
Right, bunch of options here. Let's go for this one.
You discarded into the grave.
It's not optimal, but then none of this was optimal. Oh man. Wrong deck, wrong hero. Well, it's a lesson to always get your stuff sorted out before getting before jumping into a fight, I suppose. Oh yeah. Yeah, 3 for that. 2 for that, 2 for that, so 1 on the other ends. Needles, yeah. Command hunting, yeah, that's fine.
Creature arrived.
Okay. Good play.
Your turn begins now.
Right. Yeah, it's not quite enough, is it? Pretty sure there's no way of winning at this point. Yeah, because I mean removal, you know, because you can do this, you know, you can remove into here, and then you can do the Arrow of Revenge, but that's only going to give 12, so that'll leave with 4. So, yeah, no way of winning, which is fine. Good job. Didn't think, I mean, it's a deck with 2 trap creatures in it, and we're both using L hero accidentally in my case, so that was never going to work. Well played to Kalpesh, that's fine. I have got to switch back to my correct deck now, so that I don't mess that up in the future. And Mist and Kukul, if you guys are ready to fight, please get, please make sure you've added each other as friends, and let me know. Now, where the hell? Right, there it is. So, ugh, I don't know, it disappeared when I was trying to find it earlier. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Ikeda Boy, on lunch break, how's the stream? Stream's actually going well. We're way past the normal time to finish, but I think if Mist and Kukul have a sub-battle, then we'll finish after that sub-fight. Unless anybody else has any decks that they would like me to take a look at and sort of polish up, or just they want to show off. Okay, Mist is ready. Yep, Mist and Kukul there. Good. Wait for Kukul's answer. Okay. Oof. Well, Kukul said he was ready after the match that he was doing, and his match is over now, so hopefully he'll answer you whether or not you want him to run. In case you didn't notice, Kukul, Mist wants you to decide. Mist wants to know whether you want to fight his gimmick burn deck or his tempo deck. So let him know, and then send him a fight request, a fighty fight. While we're waiting for that, I think we'll just jump into a quick arena fight, because we've got to wait for Kukul's response, and then they've got to get the deck sorted out. So let's just quickly jump into a ranked battle. Since that was the, I asked for votes, and a bunch of people commented, but only one person actually voted for something, so this is what we went for. If it takes too long, I'll just say screw it, and we'll go into a normal fight, and hope we don't go up against the Lilith, because a lot of people are running gimmick Lilith decks in the friendly battle arena, which seems pointless. Yes, so... Another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, that's not 3, 2, 1. Board now. Ikati boy, how was Wednesday's RPG Maker stream? Surprisingly popular, actually. I was not expecting the kind of response that it got, but it's nice. Went well. Oh, Kalpesh wants Mist to fight him, but Mist is waiting on Kukul, who's not responding. Oh, guys, going to be meeting you all. See you later, probably next Friday. Well, thanks for stopping by the stream. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you, next Friday. Another Mabinogi Duel stream. Yosh. And, of course, YouTube's going to have the archived versions of all of these streams.
Magicians and summoners.
All right, Colonel Jarvis, who's using Light and Darkness. So, I was about to say, so we're about to see a, Christ. So we're about to see a card appraiser, but we didn't.
Opponent's turn begins.
Kukul, did the stream stop? Nope, not as far as I'm aware. Nope, still going strong. I'm still getting everybody's messages anyway. Oh. Ooh, Death Sentence. I am A-okay with that. That is a 3 cost to remove a 1 cost. Thank you, sir. May I have another? You know what? I'm going to force a really difficult response from him, I think. Yes. Let's force a difficult response. Okay, so he's almost certainly good. He's going to have to level up here, right? He's not going to just let me get this. There we go. Okay, good. So that's going to take me up to 4. I'm going to get up to 5 now. Excellent. Good. Okay, so. Level up. There we go. Kotakun wants aggro deck versus aggro deck. Well, you mean this is aggro. This isn't aggro. He's only running 2 resources. He's not running an aggro deck. Ikaripoy, not a fan of Card Appraiser. He's a very good card, but you generally see him in gimmick decks these days, which is very disappointing. Oh, he's going to let me have this. Thank you, sir. In that case, yeah, I think we'll just remove this guy. I mean, it's going to cost more resources than is technically ideal, but we don't really need to keep green at the moment. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll play one of these. And now he's in an awkward situation. Kukul wants tempo deck. Tempo deck. Okay, so Mist tempo deck, but just wait until we finish this. Hopefully it won't be too long. Beastkin Jane. I'm alright with that. Easy enough to remove. Hit her with a Holy Missile, then hit her with a Firebolt.
Your turn starts now.
So this one to transform back. Okay. And then this one to weaken, and then Nata will kill. Boom, boom. Kukul, no one named Kingi. Yeah, it's Kengi08. He's got a lot of dark. Does he have Lilith? He may do. That would be annoying. But he would only be able to run Lilith. Oh, Xena. I am A-okay with that.
Opponent accumulated resource.
Very happy with that, in fact. Now then, she's going to drop those HP values. That's going to be Nata killed, but that's actually okay. We're going to level up and then... Oh, no, he's just going to forfeit. Okay. Yeah, well, as I said, that wouldn't have been a problem anyway. We would have leveled up, revived from the grave. Nata would have done 9 damage. Xena would have dropped him to 1, killed Nata. We kill Xena with a holy missile, and boom, we're solid. You can deploy. Back to work. See you on YouTube. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Alright, so Kukul and Mist should be ready to go now. Let's just double check and start fighting. Nope, good. Okay, so whenever you guys are ready, we will do a battle. Sent. Good. Okay, I hope. I don't know. Battle thing. Anyway, I'm going to wait until I see somebody here start fighting, and then we're going to jump in and watch them. So it should be Mist versus Kukul, really. So yeah, Kukul says he's ready, Mist. So when you guys are both ready, just send each other a battle request, and away we'll go. And then we will, honest to God, have to stop there. This is 3 hours now. I had a sore back when I started, and now it's on fire. Okay, here we go.
Magicians and summoners.
Alright, Kukul up at the top using the Maori Hero, no mutants. Miss Zero down the bottom using Fene, no mutants. Miss Zero is sad for some reason, I'm not sure why. Mana Nature Dark up at the top, Gold Mana Nature down at the bottom. An aggressive elephant, yippee-yo, says Kukul. An aggressive elephant from Mist Zero. Kukul's HP, of course, reduced by 4 because of Mari's secondary ability. So let's see what it decides to go for. Doesn't really have the resources to remove elephant. Goes for discard anyway, rather into nature, so could be ambush fine. Could be hidden spider. So let's see. Kalpesh, you've sent 2 deck codes, alright. So it turned out to be an ambush vine in response to the leopard. Mist playing this extremely aggressively. So let's see what happens here. The leopard will be killed by the ambush vine unless Miss Zero decides to remove it. The hunt comes out, that's going to deal with the elephant. Pardon me, down it goes. Okay. Mist isn't going to do anything, I would imagine, about the ambush vine right now. There's no point. Okay, but he does. All right. Kind of... All right, maybe it's just to level up to 1. Seems to be kind of giving away your hand a little bit, but yeah, maybe it was just to get up to the level, being able to level up. The leopard's ready to go now, and that is going to deal 2 damage onto Kukul, who... Yeah, it doesn't really have any very easy way to removing leopard. At this point, there's no possible way to remove it for equal to its cost. Another discard into nature. That could be the ambush vine going back in again. That would be extremely expensive, but possibly. Automata Turk comes out. That's interesting. It's not blocking the leopard, and its attack is going to go up. Now that is removable by sort of a combination moves. He's going for the ambush vine. Yep, baiting out the ambush vine with the Goblin Shredder. Clever move on Mist's part, and that is of course going to destroy the ambush vine. The Goblin Shredder remains paralyzed, but that's okay. It still gives Mist battlefield control. Is he going to try to deal with the Automata Turk, or is he going to leave it alone for the moment is the question. Okay. Kalpesh, why do you keep sending deck codes that are 1 higher than each other? You're going 295, 296, 297. Pick a code. Alright, a failed test subject comes out from the Automata Turk, which is not... It's not ideal, but really nothing was going to be at that level. Magic Missile comes out. That's going to damage the Goblin Shredder, but it's not going to kill it, unfortunately. And Kukul charges up on his second turn. The Automata, maybe he was hoping that Mari's ability would kill the Goblin Shredder, but unfortunately it was a 50-50 chance, and it went into Leopard instead. Kalpesh, stop posting deck codes, or I'm going to have to mute you. Hidden Spider comes out in response to the spell, and there is the Golden Garden Eagle. So it does some damage, and it moves across. Alright, so Kukul's turn. He's got 2 creatures on the board, faced off against his opponent's 3, but all of Mysterio's creatures are really low on health, and the Hellhound comes out, and that is going to take care of all of them. An excellent resource trade there for Kukul, giving him solid battlefield control. Level up next, I assume. Yep, there it goes. 1, 2, 4 resources, so both players equal resources now. Now Mist has 3 higher. Kalpesh, sorry, yeah, it's fine. Just don't keep doing it. Flame Emission comes out. That's going to take care of 2 of the creatures, but not the Hellhound. But it leaves a Hellhound with 4 HP, so an easy removal. Unfortunately, Mist has to level up there, so that is going to be 7 damage coming out. Kukul could use these 3 turns now to just generate more resources, stay ahead of the game, or could go for highly aggressive play by dropping another creature. Let's see. Decides to resurrect from the grave. That is going to hurt, of course, but at level 3, that's okay. You're not really screwing yourself over on your level ups at that point anyway. So, a revive from the grave. Another discard, so either Ambush Vine or Hidden Spider. Going to be very expensive at this point. And a charge up. So, not a huge resource gap at this point. Out comes Lynn. That's going to take care of the Hellhound. A really nice resource trade there on Mist's side. Lynn, of course, being a mana eagle that doesn't move around. And Mist charges up on his second action. And probably his third. Yeah, there he goes. Trying to regain resource parity. Kukul leading quite well. Hunt comes out. Decent trade. Now, is he going to play a creature in order to maintain pressure, or is he going to charge up and go back onto the defensive foot? No, he's going to play a creature, maintain pressure. Out comes the Kadir's Flying Sword. And a charge on the third action. No, a Skeleton Knight on the third action. Very interesting. Okay, so a very aggressive play there. That is going to make Mist Zero think. Can't really remove... Well, can't remove either one of them with Hunt. Charges up and it goes into Nature, which probably isn't what he was hoping for. Charges and again it goes into Nature. That's pretty unfortunate. And a third charge and that goes into Nature as well. That's going to be 12 damage. Kukul can just charge up 3 times now. No point in trying anything fancy here. Just triple charge. Maintain or try to regain some of the resource parity because he's now lagging behind. Yep, there we go. Triple charge, and out comes that nasty 12 damage. So, Mist needs to deal with that Skeleton Knight, and that is going to be a problem. Fiery Zealot comes out in front of the Kadir's Flying Sword, the Cocoon Trap in front of the Skeleton Knight, and are we going to see a removal onto that, or is he going to leave it alone for the moment? He's going to leave it alone for the moment, and he's going to charge up instead. A shame he doesn't have enough gold to summon out the Goblin Shredder, or that would be a nice way of dealing with that Cocoon. Arrow of Revenge comes out, and because of the grave cost, that is going to be the end of Mist. Unfortunate for Mist, a Valiant attempt there to block the this incoming swarm, but Arrow of Revenge, that's always going to get you. So, well played there on both Kukul's side and Mist Zero's, both very interesting decks and very well piloted for both. Well done, well done. Okay, oh my goodness, my back. Okay. That's 3 hours and 5 minutes. So we are going to have to stop there. I apologize. I know there are still some people who would quite like to get involved in some fights and things like that, and I would like to watch them, but that is 3 hours. I think everybody is getting a little bit exhausted, and I need to go and put some ice on my back. Old school deck, I love it, says Kalpesh. I agree, very, very nice. It looked almost identical to the budget deck that I have been running for a long time, so of course I'm in favor of it too. Okay. We've got to stop there. So you guys can obviously keep fighting amongst yourselves, but the live stream is going to end now. We may or may not be having some live streams over the weekend. It depends on how I feel and whether or not there's any interest for it in the Discord. Speaking of which, if you would like advance warning of these things, if you would like to converse, if you would like to get involved in decision making, and if you would like all of this kind of stuff, Kukul, oh, it is my deck. Join in with the Discord, which has been posted in the chat down below. Mist and Kalpesh are pleading for one last fight. Okay. okay. One last fight then between Kalpesh and Mist. Okay? If you can get this done really, really quick. If you guys fight each other within the next, like, 60 seconds, fine. If you guys don't, then we're stopping the live stream. Because I'm dying. I'm dying here, people. But yes, one final fight if you can get it done really, really quick. But yes, for everybody else, yes, stop by... No, see, Kalpesh is still saying, Mist, re-add me. Mist is saying he's already re-added you. I'm not getting into this. You guys are going to have to sort this out, unfortunately. Talk to each other in the Discord, see if you can get it to work, because Mist has already re-added you, but Kalpesh isn't reading it. It's all a nightmare. We're stopping there. We will have another Mabinogi Duel live stream on Monday, and of course, another one on Friday. So stop by for those. And on Wednesday, it looks like we're having a special stream. It will be a RPG Maker stream. I will make a video game live on the stream. It will feature Suggestions and requests from people, and everybody who appears in the stream who wants to be in the game will become a character in the game. Once the live stream is over, I will compile it, upload it, everyone can play it. And if we turn it into a common thing, I will continue to build on the game and build on the game and build on the game until, you know, whatever. It eventually becomes too big and we're all crushed underneath its weight. So, Mabinogi Duel livestream Monday and Friday, RPG Maker livestream where we all make a game and become characters in that game on the Wednesday, and possibly some live streams over the weekend, which I will announce on the Discord if it is going to happen, which is the same place where I will hold votes for when and if it's going to happen. So hopefully I will see everybody in the Discord. Failing that, hopefully I will see everyone in the next live stream. Thanks for stopping by, everyone who did, and a special thank you, as always, to everyone who got involved in the sub-battles. Always fascinating to see a lot of different decks piloted by very talented duelists. So, Calpish and Mist, good luck finding each other. Maybe take that to the Discord, but no, it's far too late. We're stopping now. Thanks, guys, and I will see you either on the weekend or on Monday. And fare thee well from Samurai Quack.